According to Leanie, coffee's king. Cigs in hand, she does her thing. Maggie's got the jokes we know. Together we are ready for the show. Chats on fire, the crowd goes wild. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a corner to Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. Maggie's got that wit so quick. We tune in daily for our fix. Community that stands so strong. Laughing, chatting all day long. From sunrise to the longest nights. Leanie's tales put out our lights. On a coin to Leanie, life's no joke. Spark that cig and take a toke. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show is always near. On a corner to Leanie, life's no loud. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a corner to Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Best damn show is always here. The best damn show is always near. According to Leanie, coffee's king. Cigs in hand, she does her thing. Maggie's got the jokes we know. Together we are ready for the show. Chats on fire, the crowd goes wild. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a corner to Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. Maggie's got that wit so quick. We tune in daily for our fix. Community that stands so strong. Laughing, chatting all day long. From sunrise to the longest nights. Leanie's tales put out our lights. On a coin to Leanie, life's no joke. Spark that cig and take a toke. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show is always near. On a corner to Leanie, life's no loud. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a corner to Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Best damn show is always here.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? I normally wait till we get 8 people in here, but y'all, this is too important. We got some stuff to cover before we go into the courtroom. Rondi is at work. She's going to listen for a bit. Rondi, we'll get you through it, girlfriend. We'll get you through it. And thank you for being here. I hope your day is going good, and I hope it goes by fast. Hey, everybody. Rizzo is in the house, formerly known as our lunch lady. Melly Joe. Oh, girl, I know you're tired. I hope you got a nap because it is late, late, late over in Australia. It's 2 a.m. there, still not 100% well. Melly Joe, I hope you start to feel better, and thank you just for popping in. Whenever you feel like you need to get you some sleep, you go do that. That's important. Mary Jane Doe, MJD is riding in. Good to see you, MJ. Nina, I'm selling pick a date on Prison Justice Squares. $10 a square. Girl, make that money flow. I'll buy a square. Man, I can't believe we're here. What are we doing? This wasn't supposed to happen. This was not a part of my plan. I always say I need a plan. I get more anxious when there's not a plan. I don't care if it's a bad plan. We just got to have a plan. If it's a bad plan, then we're going to veer off in the right direction eventually, probably about an hour and a half down the road when I realize we're going the wrong fucking direction. Maggie, are you okay?
Listen, I've been doing the dinner since 12 o'clock today. It's 5 now. So 5 hours I've been.
We can barely hear you.
Oh, God. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so for 5 hours since 12 my time, I've been preparing a curry, guys, right? And I've been having to cope all day, waiting for this live. It's been on my mind. And then I finished doing my dinner, right? Turned the pan off and went outside in the garden, and then got my phone and was talking to Lainey, and she said, I'm live, lol. And I went, oh, really? It was the time. I went, oh my God. So that's why I'm late. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry at all. I thought it was funny when he sent me the picture. You're like, oh, sunny. I'm like, well, I'm live. What are you doing?
I
We
never had a chance to get a bit of raise.
the first thing we talked about was we had to change the time because I figured out, that I had the time
Yeah,
wrong
I
on the
did
court
too.
hearing, and
And
then
I was
you
going to
carried.
message you, but then you messaged me. So because I seen it, I thought, oh my God, I better go and tell Leanie. So as I went over to tell you, I'd already got a message off you to tell me. So yeah, I was aware of it because I thought,
You
oh
were
my God,
aware of it, and yet
I never forgot.
your little known self still carried yourself out
I
to
know,
go
Lee,
outside.
but it's in proper Maggie style, isn't it? Because I never get it right, do I? As much as I prepare for these lives, right, I balls them up all the time.
You
And
don't balls them up. You just cram too much into a period of time.
oh, I am who I
You're
am. I'm never
fabulous.
going to change, Lee. I'm
No,
never
I
going to
hope not.
change.
I
Anyway,
hope
what have
not.
I missed? Tell me, Gail, what have I
Well, let me
missed?
say hi to 12 Gauge. I think he is at work along with Rondi, and they're just going to be kind of listening in the background, but they are here. This is, I didn't know this because I just woke up literally maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, however long. And I didn't go to bed until daylight because I was
Yeah,
looking
I've
on
had 2 hours.
everything I could find. I'm looking up. So this is new to us. Nina says, so many mixed emotions. Steve G is not going in the
Oh,
courthouse. He is
re-
outside protesting.
Can we get that live?
Let me see if I can bring up anything.
Oh, I'm gonna look.
I find that fascinating. I
know.
I
I
mean,
had
how
12 gauge. It was really good. The live with you and Lainey last night. I enjoyed it. I was lying there listening. I was fuming. I couldn't get up. Right, let me have a look. Oh, let me have a look. It's not going in. Oh my God. Right. I can see it on TikTok, YouTube, house party now. Oh, I can't see any. Foxen, let me read what this says.
okay.
From the victim, Kaylee Gonzalez.
I don't know whether you can hear this. Just hold on and tell me, like, if you can hear this.
The victim, Kaylee Gonzalez's father, Steve Gonzalez, that he's going to hold some sort of a protest outside here against this plea hearing. This is what he texted me last night. He said, quote, "I'll stay outside during the hearing to protest the deal made with our child's killer and not with the families." As you guys know, the Gonzalez family, they were angered. They're still angry and outraged. Their reaction was sharp and immediate after the state of Idaho offered and agreed to the surprising plea deal after almost 3 years with this accused killer, leaving them scrambling to try to fight against it and to make their way here to Boise for this change of plea hearing that is going to take place this afternoon. On their Facebook page, they're asking their supporters to call the court, call the attorneys, to call the Department of Justice to try to help change this or delay it in some way. So that will be taking place in a few hours outside the courthouse. On their Facebook page, this is what they said, quote, "At a bare minimum, please require a full confession, full accountability, location of the murder weapon, confirmation the defendant acted alone, and true facts of what happened that night. We deserve to know when the beginning of the end was." I'm learning from the victim, Kaylee Gonzalez's father, Steve Gonzalez, that he's going to hold some sort of a protest outside here against this plea hearing. This is what he texted me last night. He said, quote, "I'll stay outside during the hearing to protest the deal made with our child's killer and not with the families." As you guys know, the Gonzalez family.
I think it's just started again there, Lee.
They're still angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering if I can get that up, but I can't. It's on Instagram. It would say Fox and Friends. Can you get that on YouTube?
Yeah. Let me look for it real quick. Nina says that 2-page letter and it's heartbreaking. Read what Nina is saying. Hi, Joni. Welcome in. Let's look at Fox News.
2-page letter. It is heartbreaking. Oh God. Have you got that, Lainey?
No, I just woke up. I
Nancy Grace, she was holding it in her hand. She was fuming. And as I said, her eyes were going to be flickering everywhere, and they are. Her eyelids are going 10 to the dozen. She's that fuming. She's fuming. I just have heard so many mixed emotions with all this, guys. I've heard, you know, I think it's right. It should be put to sleep now, blah, blah, blah. But it's the right of the family, surely, to decide what they want. Surely it's their decision. If it was me, I'd want to know everything, as bad as it is. I want to know. I want to see, and I want to know my child's last minutes. I know that might sound sick to some people, but I don't care. I want to know. I don't want to sit all my life wondering what they went through, because it's harder, I do believe, not knowing than knowing. I hope no one does anything crazy. In what way, Mary? What way? It's on their Facebook page, Lainey, the 2-page letter, Nina said. The Chapins have just arrived, Lainey.
Oh, I'm trying to find something that's got any kind of live from outside the courtroom. Let me look on my TV, and then it'll be easier to grasp from there.
Go on. I'll keep looking as well. I'm gone.
Thank you guys for being here. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up and the thumbs down. Nobody gives a care around here. We just want to let the algorithm know that we're here and maybe one or two people out there in the world need to hang out with Leanie and Maggie and all of you people. From over all that, like, share, and subscribe. I don't think I've ever said share. Y'all don't share my trash. This is trash here. We run a low budget program. Nobody's trying to impress anybody around here. We're just kind of awesome on our very own without all the fireworks and the pomp and circumstances.
Nice. I'm wondering if I'll get feedback if I open YouTube. Sure, it's going to be on one of the news channels.
Law and
There's
crime.
not one. Lena said, Lena, she searched everywhere.
What about law and crime? I just saw it's up.
Law and crime. So now, what's that? Diddy innocent on trafficking?
Oh yeah, I was not even going to talk about that. But the verdict is in for Diddy and that motherfucker. That's all I'm going to say is that motherfucker.
Oh wow. Isn't that terrible? Like, honest to God, I think got money, you can quieten people and
people are scared of him. And
yeah, terrified.
Hi, Lolly. Yeah, you're right.
What he can tell.
Yeah,
Hi, Lolly.
They are not.
Right, if you go on Nina's page, Lee, she said she's got the letter on her community page, on Nina's community page. Do you want me to try and get it?
Yeah, you can.
Sure,
I've got a lot of things running through here. Hi, Lolly. Did I say hi to you? I can't remember now. Damn it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Right, let me.
All right. Let me. While Maggie is trying to pull that up, let me give some decorum for the court of Leanie. Damn it! I should have had instead of my investigator outfit on, I should have had my proper judge outfit on, because y'all know I'm going to judge the judge and everybody else in that room.
My God, I just had to look at one and label Nina's name about 5 times. I forgot it already. _Nina.
So let me give you guys our decorum for here in court at According to Leanie. We have none. There is no decorum. You are welcome to whatever feeling you want to have about this. You are welcome to say whatever you're feeling about this. You are welcome to react however you feel like reacting to this. Your opinion matters as much as mine and Maggie's does. After this is over, however long it'll be, I'll open up for a panel. If anybody in chat wants to come up and strictly talk Kohberger, I don't want to get off track. And you're welcome to do that. Laugh, cry, punch something, just not the people on panel. Please don't be punching us, y'all. There is no decorum here. You're okay with your feelings. So when court is going on, I'm going to mute myself because I'm a very vocal person. If you listen to me do the verdict on Delphi, now I was I was worse invested in Delphi than I was this one. And I just did a live, like watching my TV. I wanted to see the verdict on the big screen. And I think I screamed. I haven't gone back and I never rewatch my videos or my lives, but I was very emotional, very, very emotional with that one. So I will be muting myself out because nobody needs to hear all the cussing I'm probably going to do. I mean, it's bad enough you have to hear it, just hanging out. And if something good happens, I will be screaming. So I don't want to take your ears out.
Do you want me to read this now, Lee?
Yes, if you could.
Nina, can I just okay with you? It's the one where you say on your post, you'll all have to admit they are right. So sad, unfair. Where's the justice? Is that what I'm reading, Nina?
And do you give permission for us to do it?
Yeah. Hi, everyone in chat. Sorry, I never said hello to her. I'm always up the wall. Yeah, read it, please. Thanks,
Uh,
Nina. Okay.
Thank you so
So
much.
it says, it's what I can only, it's not like the beginning of it. I can only see it from here. So cowardly men, gutless men, they scatter like roaches when the battle closes in. And Thompson, he's retiring on this deal, his shadow slithering towards the exit, leaving only the stench of his betrayal. No spine, no shred of honour. He didn't have the basic decency, the plain human courage to face the families, to meet our eyes and ask, how do we make an offer that works? Instead, Thompson cut his deal with the devil. His negotiations didn't require anything other than a simple guilty plea, allowing him the leeway to blame the same people you are paid to protect. You betrayed us, Thompson. You your deal fails to shield the innocent. You could have stood tall and made damn sure the blame stayed where it belongs, not on us, not on the broken survivors still carrying the weight of your repeated failures. Interviews with your ex-professor. No one is allowed to study you because you're not special. You don't get to spit on our kids' graves by making this all about you. Only Hitler can step into this void, mend the wreckage Thompson left in late our so-called justice system. This is what murder victims' families' negotiation looks like. It's ugly, it's raw, it's wild, it's anything but easy. Yet you, Mr. Thompson, didn't even bother to negotiate with us. So this is all we have left. There is no more time for us to wait for you to make a stand. So we stand in your place. Kaylee, Jade Concalves, we love you, baby. You deserve better than this justice system. Your soul is not Thompson bargaining chip. We do not accept. Now, how do I go down? I can't see anything else.
Maybe just swipe over.
Now I'm trying everything. I'm clicking on it, Lee. Now there's an arrow and it just takes me left or right. Hold on, let me try left. No, there's no other left. All I can see is we do not accept his. So sorry, guys. That's all I can see. Can you point me to the right way, please, Nina? It just stops there at the end and I can't go anywhere. Oh, isn't that terrible, It's 2 pages. That's the 2 pages I've just read, but it ends like it's not. It ends as if there's more to be said. If you get me, is that right, Nina? The last line is, "Your soul is not Thompson, but bargaining chip. We do not accept his," and that's it. It goes off. Oh, that's terrible. Isn't that terrible? What these people.
It's wretched, and it just digs into, for me, it digs deep into me, and I can feel the desperation. It sounds like desperation.
Yeah, it's desperate. Hitler now. Hitler's their only hope. We've got no hope. It's Hitler is the only one now. It's fell on him, and I've heard it can happen, but it's very rare. But he can do it. I love what Maggie is reading. Isn't it sad, Donna? Isn't it? Oh,
so much.
just every word is so feeling and meaning, and it's just like you say, Leni. It's you can feel when you're reading it the desperateness to please stop this, stop it.
Yeah. It's definitely everything rolled up into one big ball of desperation now. It's like you can hear the anger, you can hear the hurt, you can hear pleading. And that's what desperation really is.
Open all the way up. I have done that. I have I'm trying to scroll. Nothing moves. I can go left. I can go right. But there's like a little picture at the bottom which shows you, like you click on it and it shows you the 2 pages. But there's nothing letting me do it at all.
Donna is here and she's watching also the Diddy thing going on there. We will talk about that as well. But on another day, I did see that right before I went live, the verdict on it, and I would say I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. And right now, unless Hitler changes something, today is a day in history for the judicial system in the United States, because Diddy definitely got the star, the whole "I'm a star" experience in court, and it reflects in what I see of the verdict. And if Hitler doesn't stand up and be a hero today, hip Hitler, listen, I'm channeling to you, Big Daddy. We need you to be a superstar today. We need you to be a superstar today. Even if it means you saying, I need this, and this, we will re-adjourn in 5 days. Produce it, and we'll talk about this little plea y'all got going on. If you don't produce it, we're going to trial. I think that's the only way to put it.
I'm clicking on each pane, Nina. I'm clicking. I'm trying to scroll. I'm trying to do it all, and it's not happening. As I say, it's got a little arrow which let me go from the first page to the second, and then it just goes off as if there's more to be said, and there's no way I can open it. I've tried everything. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can't even drag it down or nothing. Oh. I could share it, couldn't I? And show you what I mean. Let me just share. Have a look, Nina, and see if you can see where I'm going wrong. So, share screen. And I'm going there. And I'm going share. Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
So there's the first page, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's the first page, and then a click to go to the next one. And see at the bottom, it just goes off. We do not accept his, and I can't do anything with it at all. Look, I'm trying to drag it. I'm trying to click on it. Everything, even like you see that little, can you see my cursor? That there alone, you can click on that only on the first page. And what all it does is just do exactly the same. There's just nowhere else. Can you see where I'm going wrong at all, Nina? Double click each page. Yeah. Let me try again then. Or maybe I have to physically click on this. Hold on. No. No. Nothing's happening. Open image and save image, copy image. No. Nothing's happening at all. Oh, gosh. So what am I doing wrong? Maggie, what was the last sentence? The last sentence is... Where am I? Hang on. That's the last one. I'm sure it was more than this before. Let's see. Your soul is not Thompson bargaining chip. We do not accept his. And that's the last. We do not accept his. Hiya, Shadow. Good to see you, love.
Hi, sweet.
they open up when I click them. Oh, wow, why aren't they opening up? Let's see if I can click them on my phone, Nina. Hold on. Oh, God, it's my fat fingers. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, view channel. Posts. Now I can see, but still. Okay. Here we go. I can do it on my phone, I think. Okay. Kaylee Jade's Goncalves. We love you, baby. You deserve better than this justice system. Your soul is not Thompson bargaining chip. We do not accept his plea deals signed in your name. We're screaming for you as loud as we can. Kaylee Jade is better than this. This is our last shot, Judge Hippler. You are our only hope that our child murder isn't granted control over his destiny in our children's names. You take control of this deal and make it right, because now you own it. And that's it there. And there's got 585 comments, 234 shares. Wow. Yeah, I was able to swipe it on my phone, but not on the laptop. What's going on there?
Hello,
Scandalous.
Sean. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to be in court in just a little while, less than
Hi,
30
Sean.
minutes. We will be going to the courthouse in Latah County to watch what's going to unfold here. Let me put it in chat. Are we going to hear from Brian today? Is Brian going to do more than just give us yes or no answers? I want to know what you think. Let me know what you think. Are we going to hear from him? Or is he going to speak? Let me know what you guys think. I want to jump over really quick to our Facebook page. I posted some questions to the community yesterday, and I asked people to go over and answer some questions on it. Let me jump in there really quick and see what was said. All right, so this is what I posted on our community page. I put a couple of questions, post answers below before the Kohberger hearing tomorrow. 1, will BK say he was high when he murdered the victims? The reason why I put that there is because a lot has been made of the the drug use in the house and all of this. So, people still want a motive. I don't give a damn about his motive. I think he's just a crazy psychopath motherfucker that decided a long time ago somebody was gonna die. And somehow I believe that Maddie absolutely was the person that he picked out for that, and I think that 3 others were collateral damage from being there. That's what I think. I don't think he went in the house to kill 4 people, and that's why there was so many mistakes made. I think he went after Maddie. Number 2, how much truth will come out of his mouth about the crimes? For me, I see him giving up. If he is not going to talk today and he's just going to give yes or no answers, I absolutely see this taking years and years for us to get the truth. I think he's going to give it to us in bits and pieces. Here's why. He likes to be the smartest person in the room. He literally thinks he's the smartest person in whatever room he's in. He's holding all the cards. He's going to hold those tightly. This is a control thing for him now. I mean, everything played into his hands, except for he got caught, right? So now he's going to make, I think he's going to make, turn this into, in his weak little mind. Remember how he tried to get a job with the Moscow Police Department? You know, he wanted to help them learn about small crimes and things like that. And the police department, for whatever reason, didn't hire him. Now, this is his chance, right? People are going to be studying his brain. They want answers. They want to know how he did it, when he did it. So to him, I think he's just taking this on as, I am supreme professor in this now. Not only do I have, college behind me, and some understanding of law enforcement's role that they play in these types of crime, I'm also a perpetrator. So the person you're going to want to come and talk to is me. I think this is a big thing to him, and it's going to get bigger. Number 3, knowing what we now know of BK, does he see the plea as a win? Absolutely. I believe he does. Because he knows, he saw all what they had on him. Ann Taylor has always known. I don't have enough to say about Ann Taylor. That's good. I've tried to find it. It's just, other than she was doing her job, but I still think she's a fucking snake the way that she went through it. Trying to bring in 4 innocent names to be put out in the public to get the eye off of this guy that she has all the evidence. She knows he did it. That's vile. That's sick. And it's a sneaky way to get the death penalty taken off the table. Thank God for Hitler that said, fuck you, you have no evidence. You cannot play with people's lives like that. I absolutely do think at this point BK sees this as a win. He's going to use it for years and years and years. We are going to hear of people writing books, trying to get in to talk to him. You heard if you guys saw last night, Dr. Ramsland gave an interview with Brian Enton, and he asked her, do you want to interview Brian? And y'all, listen, I didn't have much for her either. I was watching her. I'm side-eyeing that dumb bitch. And I'm thinking, you've done this your whole freaking life, practically. And
it's live outside one of the news channels. If you want to go, I don't know whether you can. It's live outside the course. You see the people going in. I've just gone a bit back to have a look, and all the press are around them.
If it's a court, if it's, hold on, let me see what I can find on it. Because we have to be careful when you are restreaming. Restreaming is a no-no.
Associated Press, that's what the channel is called.
The APP, okay.
Can't find anything though. Steve Goncalves protesting. I can't, unless I go back on this and see if anything's happening. Probably then we'll see, but right now it's just showing you the cops standing outside the course. But right at the bottom of the steps is all the press and people standing at the sides watching.
2 days ago, 1 day ago, 18 hours ago, 16 hours ago. I'm looking up any news that I could restream.
Yeah. This is saying live on this, so you won't be able to, will you?
If it's, yeah, you can't
Well, can you?
restore.
I thought you can do the news channels.
If it's news and if it's news, but I can't find any.
AP Associated Press.
I looked and it's not there. It's not on their page.
I wondered, let me see if I can share this with you. So copy. I don't know how to do that on here. If I put that in back chat, would you be able to do it then? Let's see if we can work that way. Let's have a look, Lee. Okay, I've sent it, Leanie. See if you can do anything with that.
Hello, the Wandering Orphan. Good to see you. Anne's Place. Good to see you.
Anne,
Jay Brad asks, hello, honey. Feel better. Feel better.
hi, JB.
Let me see what this is really quick.
Oh, God, I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm thinking he's just going to say the least he's allowed to say. He's just going to... Is it going to be one of them where they ask him questions and he says yes to them, or no?
We don't know.
Oh, God.
This is a YouTube channel. Let me see. Hold on. Well, whose YouTube is this? The Associated Press?
Associated Press, yeah.
Oh. Maybe if I back it up a little bit, I'm just scared they're going to...
where it's not live.
Where it's not live. Let's back it up and see what we can see, and then maybe I can do it that way.
Are you looking for anything else? Because if you're all, I can play it. I can find where the people are going in.
No, I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to bring it up here.
Okay.
Hi, Nikki.
Make it bigger, Lee.
Okay. All right, you guys, this is the Associated Press, you guys. This is our source. I have backed it up so we're not actually live with them. This is a few minutes ago, just so we don't get our stream cut off. If for any reason we do get the stream cut off, you guys, we will just automatically start another live through any of this. Uh-oh, someone's coming in. Who is it? Is that's his? No, that's Goncalves and Christy. So there's Goncalves right there. Steve, he's right there. Christy's right there. I thought I saw the sun.
Yeah, we can't see it. It's gone off.
Are you kidding me? So they took it off already?
I can see it in the back here, in the backstage. But are you presenting it? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's on. I've clicked it.
Okay, let me back that up just a minute. Because you see, this is going to be Steve and Christy walking in, and I think I see their son. And you can see the reporters and people out there. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, yeah.
This looks like Olivia there. If it is, she's lost a lot of weight. There's Steve, Christy, and their son is in a suit over here.
Make the most.
God bless them, you guys. God bless that family. God bless all the families. Let's remember the names. This is about Kaylee and Ethan and Xana and Maddie. This is not about Kohberger, the fucking scum.
We'll have to keep an eye on the time.
Yeah.
Check it now, Lee, because it's 10:02 by this.
They haven't started it yet, and they won't start it until all parties are in the courtroom. All right, let's back that up a minute. Again, we'll watch them walk in, and then I'll see if I can find the Chapins walking into court. Yep, that's the one who said going, going, going. That looks like Olivia to me. Steve, Christy, and their brother.
You've got a quick Lee. I can't make anyone else. Doesn't matter anyway. Mary Jane's house says all of the families are happy with the. I've lost it now.
All right, so we've seen them. Let me see. I think the Chapins had gotten there before that. So let me just scroll through here real quick. See if we can get a.
Yeah, the other families seem to be in favour of the plea, Mary Jane's house says. And if that's the case, that's fine, but it's just sad for those that aren't. I mean, should have been given a choice.
How I see it is you're not going to make everybody happy all at once.
No.
God knows that. But they should have continued with it because if they didn't want to attend, they didn't have to attend. Hold on. What's happening here? Steve is out there making this is Steve Gonsalves here. Looks like he's given an interview.
We know when you flew out. We know. We have your flight Would you like to say something to them?
Oh, he said something about the flight records. I wonder if he's talking about Kohberger's parents.
Oh, God. Can they speak, Lainey? If he wanted to.
There's still a gag order. So the minute that he signs it, all bets are off. I'm telling you, there will be pictures flowing. I agree with what Maggie
sent that to you. Yeah.
Right. Maggie sent to me what Chris Madonna. Whoa. Said that pictures are going to start flowing today. I believe that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I want all of it. If some of you guys get stuff that you may think I have or don't have, I don't care. Please send it to me either in my messenger or
mine
or Maggie's, or send it to our according to Leanie at gmail.com email. Lunch Lady, don't Rizzo, Lunch Lady, do not let me forget today to get with you and Maggie. We need to get you put into the system, so to speak. All right, let's see what else I got. So they're following Steve somewhere. See what's going on.
Hey everybody, we are back. I'm Antoinette Levy coming to you live from the 8 o'clock.
We've got about 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes.
God, stomach's turning.
I know.
The only thing Brian has to say is if he understands everything. Mary Jane's house says, oh my God. Oh God, just imagine what it must feel like being any of them families now sitting there. Stomach must be turning over.
You know, I'm gonna be pissy if that's all he says, but I'm also gonna it would in true form it would line up with what I think he's gonna do over the next couple years, as far as being, you know, like he holds all the cards, and it's.
Do you think he'll write a book, Leanie?
I think he'll write a book with somebody. It depends on and I think the Goncalveses, I think the Goncalveses absolutely will be the one to lead the charge to do a wrongful death suit. Any monies he makes, and that'll be a bestseller. Any money he makes is going to go towards restitution. So yes, I think he's going to write a book with somebody else, and it's going to be him, but listed as a source. Like he's going to use a ghostwriter to write all of his stuff.
Yeah.
That way he could hide the money. I'm sorry, that's just what I think.
Oh, don't worry, Anne. Anne said she's missed everyone. But I was so busy and couldn't go into lives, and I had to take a few days of break to rest. That's right, Anne, you need to. It's good that you can step back, love. Everyone needs to step back sometime.
Let's go.
There's nothing on the
okay.
screen, Lee, just in case.
Okay, I was just making sure because I just got a message that says that court is on, but it is not. Sorry, and no worries, babe. No worries. You need to listen. If people thought being a creator is easy, everybody would have a channel. So
Oh yeah.
take the break you need. Take the break you
Melly
need.
Jo says his professor said she'd be interested in doing a book.
Yes, absolutely. Of course she would. Of course. Who wouldn't? Pick me. I wouldn't be a millionaire.
Anne said, I thought you can't plead after found guilty.
He hasn't been found guilty yet.
Yeah, he hasn't been found. It's a plea deal, Anne.
When he pleads, then that means he's guilty. He's pleading that I'm guilty. There was no trial. We didn't even. Yeah, we didn't even get not one jury. So today is where he's going to go ahead and put in a plea, and then, according to, that's what he is guilty of, and then we have sentencing. I kind of got a feeling this. I'm sorry.
No, go on, Lee. I thought you finished.
I kind of got a feeling this is going to happen quicker than you guys think, and here's why. Hitler, you guys, is very cognitive of that most of all these families are out of town. People have caught flights and people have driven all night to get here. I don't think he's going to say, I hope he doesn't say, let's come back in 2 weeks and for sentencing. In that case, if he stands up and he pleads guilty, I think we're going to get victim impact statements today and maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow's the 3rd. The courts will be closed for the 4th and the weekend. So I think it'll be done. That's just me speaking out. I'm hoping that they don't make us wait. Let's just finish it. And I think Hitler will take into account all of the families that have paid a lot of money to get here. And I think it'll be over with hopefully today, no later than tomorrow. I mean, if you're guilty, if you're going to say you're guilty, go ahead, Maggie.
Sorry, no, I'm just thinking with his parents being there, is he more than likely to stay quiet because,
protecting them?
Yeah, you don't know what he said to them.
Right. I did. Was it Nancy Grace that was talking last night? Because I did catch it. Of course, I'm watching my girl and her crying. I'm like, Nancy, I need you to straighten up, girl.
And her eyes are flickering and it doesn't work.
Yeah. She didn't once mention her twins, though. She just mentioned her kids. She said kids. She didn't say twins. Anyways,
twins.
And she said,
yeah,
that they're one of the things is that she's heard is that maybe he's pleading guilty to keep his mom and dad from having to take the stand to talk about what they knew, because Nancy said that it's highly possible that he didn't call daddy that after the killings. He might have called mama hour. Mama told daddy, get the hell into Pennsylvania.
She was defending Bundy.
Yeah, she's they would go all into that. They bring up her past. So who knows now what old William was gonna do, right? William let us down. And now I can't even call him William anymore. I'm not on a first name basis with that fucker. I'm calling him Santa Claus.
Is that Santa? Yes,
That's
Santa.
Santa.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, can't believe it. They didn't look a bit interested. You think back, I thought not more. They were just sitting there like they didn't have a fight in them.
Because let me answer this for Rondi. No matter if they plead guilty, if they are found guilty, whatever, there has to be a sentencing, a formal sentencing in the court on the record. It's the same thing as if somebody's getting out of jail, if they're overturning a conviction, right? It may not be televised, but they still go into chambers. They still do it on record. Everybody signs, everybody dates, everybody times, and then a couple hours later they come out of jail. It has to be on record to be proven.
I bet, yeah, everyone was doing it yesterday. Everyone's streaming, she says.
Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest court case in America right now. It is.
Yeah.
And I'm screaming. What pisses me off are these, I'm going to say it, these true crime creators that just jumped on the bandwagon 6 months ago and act like they know this thing. That would be like me trying to jump on Summer Wells, y'all, and cover the whole thing. Oh no, I'd be having a guest host every damn time I went live because I don't know enough about it. But yet these people are like, oh yeah, I know about this. Yeah, okay, bitch. Nancy was mad. Yeah, she was. Who doesn't? This is let's put our girl up for a minute, you guys, because we love us some Nancy Grace.
No offense, but do you realize how crazy you sound right now?
Right, Nancy. Right.
You know what? Cut his mic.
I love that.
I love her. I love her.
I love her too.
Hi, Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Oh, what does I call it?
Genevieve.
I called her Genevieve.
She likes Genevieve.
You
know those Scouses. You know those Scouses. They shorten everything.
We
I
do.
get called Lee.
Lee, yeah. I'm Mel and says Melly, and I call Liz. Says a Liz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Dumpster fire, dumpster fire, dumpster fire.
It's like a friendly. When you cut someone's name short, it's being friendly. Don't you do that, Leanie?
Yes and no. I think for me, I can only speak for me, but names are shortened for me whenever I feel like some kind of kindred spirit with somebody. Like I call Liz Liz. You know what I mean too.
Yeah.
I broaden the name if I'm iffy about you, like William, you know, Bill Thompson, as he goes by, I call him William because I'm wanting to get a reaction from him.
And I get Maggie. And I know that she wants something. She wants something. When I get the long Maggie. What time does court start, Melly Jo?
It was already supposed to have started, and usually hip.
Oh, maybe something's happening.
Let me look.
Maybe something's happening.
Yes.
Maybe Hip has thought, you know what? I'm stopping this.
I'm stopping this.
Imagine this is going to go down in history. Come on, Hippler.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up on our screen. That way we don't miss a second of it.
Yeah, put it up, Lee. I think you've got the overlay on as well, you know, so you'd have to take that off, or do you not?
No, that's the background.
It's off, yeah.
You know, I know stuff, little stuff, you know. All right, let's share this. 4th District Courts.
Yep, we got it. Fourth District Court proceedings in state versus Kohberger can be watched here on YouTube. Haven't you got to click on that?
Yeah, give me a second.
I'm nauseous. Oh, I know. Nikki, we all feel sick. Our stomachs are turning over.
All right.
Going quiet.
Is that big,
We'll
Max?
resume shortly. Oh God.
All right. Let's listen. They're late, and the judge doesn't like any shenanigans.
Oh, maybe it's a sign. It's a good thing.
Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully, he's
Let's all
like, you guys
keep
are full
our
of shit.
fingers crossed. Let's all pray. We get something happens.
All right, guys, we're just going to leave it right here. That way we don't miss a second when it comes on. When it comes on, I will be muting out.
Me
And
too.
because you guys, I'm vocal. You already know. You
I think
already
we'll
know.
all be vocal on this one, Lee. You won't
Yeah.
be the only one.
Yeah, we're all going to be screaming at it. So we will mute out. You will not hear our voices at all, no matter if this is 5 hours long, which it won't be, but you will not hear our voices through it. We just can't. You can barely understand me and Maggie when we're together because we're so excited to be together. Imagine me and Maggie and the courtroom. Listen, there can only be one big dog, front and center. And right now, that's Hip Hippler. Oh, I need a pill.
You're going to need a bottle by the time this is over with.
Rondi says, to be holding in all that pain and anger and frustration, I cannot. Yes.
I know.
Yes. No decorum in the court of, according to Leanie, at Maggie. If you know, you know. Scream, yell, get frustrated, laugh, cry, whatever you have to do. And your opinion's welcome here. Definitely. It's good to see everybody. Did Lizzo come in?
Yeah, she's in.
Okay, I want to make sure Lizzo is here with us. JB sending out big hugs to you, love bug. Hopefully
Yeah.
feel better soon.
I didn't know she wasn't well.
Melly Joe, hoping Melly Joe gets to feeling better soon as well. Ann's place has to go tuck the animals in. It's 8 p.m. here. Have fun everywhere. It's good to see you, Ann. Thank you for coming in. Oh, nice, Mel. Mel says, I'm wondering if Steve protesting in the courtroom. It's not allowed. You're not allowed to protest in any government buildings. They could protest outside of it. And some government buildings, you have to be so many feet away. Now,
listen to this. Steve G needs to learn to control himself. I'm not trying to belittle his suffering. Do you know how many parents are out there that don't even know where their child's body is? Be grateful.
Oh.
Why don't they just shut their mouths? This is in the comments on the live on this course outside Ada
That
County.
is so rude.
Isn't that awful?
Listen, I bet you they wouldn't walk up to any family member and say that. It's easy to say shit when you're behind a computer, right? That is terrible to say to
Keyboard
somebody.
warriors, Laney.
Terrible. One of the news channels I was watching said he walked in and then back out because he's picketing. He's protesting outside. I wouldn't doubt it, and I don't mean that as an insult. God, I need a cigarette. I need a pill. I need a drink. Listen, I might as well just say it right because all the lies are out there. You know, Leanie, if you guys hear that Leanie's a pill popper, think what you want.
And you drink as well.
I drink. Drink
at all.
But anyways, that's nonsense, and we could talk about that later too. What is going on with the judge? We're 7 minutes late.
Oh, I'm glad. I think it's a sign.
Do you think so?
Oh, I hope it's a sign. I'm wanting it to be a sign because normally Hitler's on the button, right on the button, isn't he? On the
He's
whatever
on
it's
the
called.
he doesn't play. He doesn't
This is
want his
what I
time
mean. So maybe
wasted.
this is a good thing. Oh, God, everyone keep your fingers crossed.
Wow, you guys. What else could they do to us? Listen, I'm putting it out there like this is about us. I know it's not, but kind of is. Here at According to Leanie, it's about us too. Also, it's about us also. Who cares what the idiots say, right, Mary Jane? Just don't want any of our new friends, Well, I mean, even if I was a drunk or a pill popper, I'd tell you guys I was. BK's parents issued a statement asking for privacy and respect. Here's what I have to say about that. If they knew nothing at all about this, and I don't think we'll ever know, if they knew nothing at all about this, they're victims in his stupid ass crimes, because it wasn't just one crime. He killed 4 people as well. And I say yes, they deserve that. If they knew, and I don't care if it was a minute, just the smallest amount, they deserve nothing from this public. Nothing. So I put that in God's hands. They're not going to get privacy and respect no matter what anyways, because people don't do that. Put the darn camera on, right, Genevieve? But maybe what Maggie is saying, maybe there was eternity events in the courtroom. Maybe Brian said, JK, y'all, we're going to go to trial. JK, I punked you guys. We're going to trial. Let's go. And the
You
judge,
imagine them family all sitting there now looking at him.
oh, they're all sitting there looking at him, staring
He
a
won't know what
beeline
to do
into his
now.
head.
He'd be stiff as a board more.
I want to refresh just because I want to make sure that nope, it's still, we've got
Yeah, I've got it
11K
on here.
watching, which is very small for this, I will say. For the big world of the internet, you guys, there's only
Says
11.
12K on this.
Oh, it says 12K there?
This
Okay.
is on this one. Yeah, this is Court TV.
Oh, you're watching Court TV. Okay.
Yeah, I've got that
I mean,
over
but
here.
people watching straight out of, the courtroom, like what we'll be doing, that's very small on the world's, the surface of the world. I don't know, guys. I mean, we've been saying it. I've been saying it. Expect the unexpected. Nothing will surprise me at all anymore. Will I be pleasantly surprised? Yeah. I'll be like, oh my God. I'll get all excited. It'll take me a while to calm down. I'll do mass cleaning in this house to get rid of my energies. But this has to mean something. 10 minutes. Hitler doesn't play, you guys. He likes his schedules.
I'll scream that much. I'll get laryngitis. I won't be able to speak for a week.
Oh, this is what is Court TV saying? Is anybody saying what is going on with the time?
They're all saying what's happening. What's happening? And it just says the same as what you can see. Court will resume shortly. Come on, Judge Ipler, they're saying, come on.
I need a cigarette. I'm gonna walk away a minute.
As soon as you walk away, it's gonna come on, or you're
well, that'll be good. That'll be good. It's already on our screen, our scream. But I'm gonna be standing by the door right over there, so I'll be able to watch this big screen. I know we got most of the mods probably watching it. Everybody in chat's probably watching their screens. You're watching. I'm watching. We will get there. But maybe the longer we go, because they won't just leave us hanging. The judge will make a statement.
Imagine getting notoriety, what is that? Notoriety for something so heinous and no one can even get your name right. Someone in the office has just called him Kohberger.
Unbelievable. I need one too. I quit 7 years ago. Miss Barbara, the matriarch.
I need one. Hiya, Bob. Hiya, Sierra.
Is in the house. The Queen Pin. Sierra, my friend, is in the house. And
Sierra, we're having a breakdown.
Sierra hasn't even started yet. We're behind. Something's going on. Something's going on in that courtroom.
Maybe he's got stage fright.
Suck his stage fright. Give the man a urinal and sit his ass down.
Come on, Ipla, they're saying, come on. Oh, I can't. I'm thinking it's a good thing, guys.
Oh, it's got to be a good thing. It's got to be a good thing.
Please, God, in the piss of my stomach, because I can't cope. This has got to be a good
Give
thing.
Maggie a
Because
pill.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to need one of yours. I'm going to cry my eyes out, and I'm going to be on Prozac after this.
Oh, no, Prozac is not going to do it. You need a good old-fashioned Xanax.
Oh, well,
listen, Xanax for everybody. I'm going to have the pill, guys, for everybody, because the full one's probably going to put you to sleep. It puts me to sleep, even though
You've only just woke up. Don't you be taking one?
No, I only take a half of one. I can't handle it. It puts me right to sleep.
How many milligram is it, like?
It's just a 1, but I can't handle it. I'm a wuss.
That's because you don't do drugs, you don't drink. So it's like me. If I take anything like that, goes woo right to my head.
Yep.
I have a little swig of beer. Oh, I'm on the tables dancing.
Oh, then we need to give you a swig of beer.
Sanks knocks it out. Oh my God.
I'm a lightweight. I used to not be. I used to
tramadol. Do you have that?
I have some tramadol.
Doesn't do a thing for me.
That really knocked me out. It was the first time I've ever taken it.
I gave Alec a course and he was asleep. Oh, hey, Ollie. Oh, shh.
Mute out.
Can I just say he's had his hair cut?
All right, this is CR 0124316665. Defendant is present in custody with counsel, Ms. Thompson, Ms. Jennings, and pardon me, Ms. Taylor, Ms. Massoff, and Ms. Barlow. The state's present with Mr. Thompson, Mr. Horowitz, Ms. Jennings, and Mr. Nye. Here as well. Am I miss anybody? I'm sorry.
Ms. Allen is here as well.
Ms. Allen is here as well. Very well. Thank you. All right. We are here today to entertain a change of plea. Before I start, I want to address some issues of concern and otherwise. First, I appreciate everybody in attendance today being on their best behavior. Please, no outbursts or demonstrations. Any such conduct will result in immediate removal and may result in an inability to attend further court proceedings in this case. I want to point out that there have been calls by some for the public to contact me and my office in an attempt to influence my decision-making in this case. This has been extraordinarily disruptive for court staff and the ability for them to get work done, not only in this case, but in other cases where defendants are entitled to have their cases processed and frankly, as important, if not more so, for victims to have their cases processed in those cases. It's also highly inappropriate. A court is not supposed to, and this court will never take into account public sentiment in making an opinion regarding its judicial decisions in cases. Courts should, and I always will, make decisions based on where the facts and the law lead me. Period. I have not read any of the numerous messages nor listened to any of the numerous voicemails that have been sent to me and my staff, Those have all been forwarded to security and, where appropriate, to law enforcement. I ask that you not continue to mount such campaigns or to send me information like this, because again, it is not appropriate and frankly not something I would take into account when deciding a matter in a case like this. I also want people to understand some very basic concepts about the ideas of separation of powers, what the court's duties are, and what the duties and the rights of the executive, or in this case, the prosecuting attorney, is. The executive, the elected prosecutor, is the sole authority in deciding what charges to pursue, including whether, as well as what penalties to ask for, and what penalties to pursue, including the death penalty. This court cannot require the prosecutor to seek the death penalty, nor would it be appropriate for this court to attempt to do that. This court, in considering a plea agreement, if it were to reject this plea agreement, cannot force the state to seek the death penalty. My role and power in considering a plea agreement is extremely limited. My role is to ensure that the defendant's plea is given freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. If those things are met, I can only reject a plea, such as the one in this case, where I'm not being asked to agree to the sentence in advance. I can only reject it, for example, if the defendant does not meet or admit to all of the elements of the crime. That is, I can ensure what is called a factual basis to the plea. Finally, I want to offer my apologies to all the families, including the victims' families, the families of the defendant, for the short notice for today's hearing, and I'm sure what must have been the hurried efforts to get here. I, like most everyone else, learned of this plea agreement Monday afternoon and had no inkling of it beforehand. Prior to that time, I was under the belief that this case was proceeding to trial, as had been indicated, and my staff and I were busy continuing to work on preparations to have potentially 10,000 citizens of Ada County come to jury duty starting in mid-July, with the questionnaire process in mid-July. It was, once I learned of the defendant's decision to change his plea in this case, it was important that I take the plea as soon as possible because of the extraordinary administrative efforts that were otherwise attendant to the process of this, getting this trial potentially underway on time, and including the significant process of bringing, again, potentially up to 10,000 jurors to come in and fill out juror questionnaires prior to the beginning of the voir dire process. And so it was important that we, if we're going to go down this road, do so expeditiously so that we can avoid those costs and expenses associated with that. Otherwise, if it was not going to result in a plea, or if for some reason the plea were to fall through today, that we could continue diligently towards trial at the time specified. And so that obviously required that we act quickly. And so some folks may have not had the amount of time that we would otherwise allow for them to travel here. And so again, I apologize for that. I want to make people aware that during the hearing, if you are to leave the courtroom for any reason, you will not be readmitted during the hearing. Also, when we finish the hearing this morning, I ask that the public and media wait in their seats until the victims' families and the defendants' families and others are escorted out of the courtroom before you start to leave. Finally, I want to acknowledge the trial court administrator and her staff, the Ada County Sheriff, and the Ada County 4th District Marshal Service for the huge lift that they've accomplished in preparing for and orchestrating this hearing today, as well as to all the security attendant today that you see, and some of whom many of whom you don't see, with less than 48 hours notice. And so I appreciate the hard work that they've been doing. Frankly, some of them while they were on some vacation prior to the trial starting and had to call that short. And so I appreciate very much their professionalism and dedication. All right. That said, let's move to the business of today. I understand the state and the defense have reached a plea agreement in this case. For the record, I have a written plea agreement which indicates in sum, the defendant will plead guilty to all 5 counts in the indictment, burglary, felony, and first-degree murder, 4 counts. The state and the defendant stipulate, that is, that the defense is not free to argue for a lesser sentence at sentencing to the following. The defendant on the burglary charge will be sentenced to 10 years fixed, and that the defendant on counts 2 through 5, the 4 counts of first-degree homicide, on each count would receive a fixed life sentence, all 5 of those counts to run consecutive to one another. Defendant, as part of the plea agreement, waives his right to appeal, as well as his right to appeal the sentence and his right to seek leniency or reconsideration of the sentence under Idaho Criminal Rule 35. This is not a Rule 11 agreement, meaning the court is not bound by the plea agreement and could impose a different lawful sentence at sentencing. The stipulated agreement between the parties is the maximum on each count. So theoretically, the only thing the court could do would be a lesser sentence at sentencing. But the defendant is not free to ask the court to do so under the plea agreement. Are there any other material terms of the plea agreement that the parties would like to make? Obviously, the plea agreement, the written plea agreement will speak for itself and be part of the court record.
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very well. All right. Ms. Taylor, have you had sufficient time to discuss this case and all of its ramifications with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Have you discussed fully with him his rights, defenses, and possible consequences to him of the guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been able to do all the discovery you feel necessary?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you informed your client of the importance of providing the court truthful and accurate answers in taking this plea today?
I have.
Have you apprised your client of any and all offers and counter offers and answered his questions about those?
Yes,
Do you consent to the entry of the plea today?
I do.
All right, Mr. Kohberger, I need to ask you some questions this afternoon, or I guess it's this morning still. I do this to ensure that so that I am assured that you understand the nature of the charges to which I understand you're going to plead guilty, as well as the possible consequences to you of your guilty pleas. I want to make sure your plea is given voluntarily, and I want to make sure that you actually committed the crimes to which you're pleading guilty, because I don't want you to plead guilty to a crime you didn't commit. If you attempt to plead guilty today, but for some reason I don't accept your plea, then it is possible that your statements today could be used against you later at trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, thank you. And now, while you're standing, actually, why don't you take the oath from the clerk?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give in the matter not being before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, and Mr. Kohberger, just to make it easier, you don't need to stand when you speak to me. I appreciate the sign of respect, but for convenience, you can remain seated, all right? Before I start asking you questions today, have you consumed substantive questions. Let me ask you, have you consumed any alcohol, drug, or other intoxicating substance that would impair your ability to understand or exercise reasonable judgment?
No.
You feel like you are thinking clearly today?
Yes.
All right. I want you to understand what the possible penalties are for each of the crimes to which I understand you're going to offer a guilty plea today. They include on count one, the burglary, a fine of up to $50,000 and a period of incarceration of up to 10 years in the state penitentiary. You may be required to pay restitution to any victims of the crime. Count 2, 3, 4, and 5 for first-degree murder. The consequences include a fine of up to $50,000, a period of incarceration of life imprisonment, which is a requirement of a sentence, that it be a life sentence with a mandatory minimum sentence of at least 10 years on each of those counts. In addition, you would be potentially responsible for a fine of up to $5,000 to each of the victims of your crime to be enforced in the form of a civil judgment to operate as additional punishment. This is in excess of any restitution or fines that the court could order. And again, you may be required to pay restitution to the victims of the crime. You would be required to provide, as to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, a DNA sample and a right thumbprint impression, and potentially pay for analysis of those samples. You would lose any right to possess, purchase, or carry a firearm, the right to serve on jury duty, the right to hold public office, and the right to vote. Do you understand the charges and all those possible consequences?
Yes.
You've heard the plea agreement that I talked about today. Do you agree with that plea agreement?
Yes.
And do you understand the nature of the charges that you've been charged with that I understand you're going to plead guilty today to?
Yes.
As I indicated, I'm not bound by the plea agreement, but the plea agreement is for the maximum on each count. Do you understand that I'm not bound by the plea agreement?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you that I would be lenient or easy on you if you pled guilty?
No.
Has anyone threatened you or anyone close to you to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Is anyone other than the state's agreements with respect to the plea agreement, has anyone promised you anything in exchange for your plea agreement?
No.
Has anyone told you to be untruthful in answering my questions today?
No.
Has anyone offered you a reward of any kind other than the plea agreement in order to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And counsel, obviously there have been a number of motions filed to suppress evidence in this case. Other than those filed, are there any other motions that you felt were available with respect to Rule 12?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Kohberger, you understand that by entering the guilty plea in this case, you would be giving up your right to appeal any decision this court made, as well as your sentence.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to decide whether or not to plead guilty?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Given your choices, do you believe it's in your best interest to plead guilty?
Yes.
Have you discussed fully the matter of pleading guilty with your attorney, and are you satisfied with the advice you've received?
Yes.
Has your attorney advised you to your satisfaction about what your rights are, what your defenses may be, and what the possible consequences to you of your guilty plea are?
Yes.
Has your attorney done everything you've asked them to do?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with their representation of you?
Yes.
I have received a written guilty plea advisory questionnaire that is purported to be filled out by you. Did you fill that document out?
Yes.
Did you understand the questions that you answered in this document?
Yes.
And are the answers that are outlined in this document your answers?
Yes.
Are those answers truthful?
Yes.
Did you sign the document?
Yes.
And this document outlines many of the rights that you have in this case. Should you not plead guilty, did you understand those rights?
Yes.
They include a right to a jury trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
They include a right to the presumption of innocence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to require the state to prove your guilt as to each element beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes.
They include a right to confront your accusers and cross-examine witnesses presented by the state, including by utilizing the subpoena power of the court to accomplish that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand you would have a privilege against self-incrimination and a right to remain silent, meaning you would not be compelled to testify if you did not wish to, had you not pled guilty.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up that privilege and those rights that I've just outlined by pleading guilty.
Yes.
All right, I want you to understand what the state would have had to have proven at trial had you, to the crimes that you're pleading guilty to, had you, if you didn't plead guilty. Let me find the document. Hang on a second here. All right. So as to count one burglary, the state would have to have proven that on or about November 13, 2022 in Latah County, Idaho, you unlawfully entered a residence located at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, with the intent to commit the felony crime of murder. As to count two, the state would have had to have proven that on or about that same date in Latah County, Idaho, you did willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought, kill and murder Madison Mogan, a human being, by stabbing Madison Mogan, from which she died. As to count three, the state would have had to have proven that on that same date in Latah County, at that same address, you did willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought, kill and murder Kaylee Gonzalez, a human being, by stabbing her, from which she died. As to count four, the state would have had to have proven that on or about that same date in Latah County, Idaho, you did willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought, kill and murder Xana Kernodle, a human being, by stabbing her, from which she died. And then as to count five, also murder in the first degree, that on or about November 13th, 2022, in Latah County, Idaho, you did willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought, kill and murder Ethan Chapin, a human being, by stabbing him, from which he died. Do you understand those things the state would have had to have proven?
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, the state no longer has to prove those things because you're admitting those things are true?
Yes.
I want to also make, for the record, the defendant has provided with the guilty plea advisory form a document entitled Written Factual Basis that purports to have the defendant's signature dated 1 July 2025. Did you sign that document?
Yes.
And did you agree with the written factual basis that is included there?
Yes.
And then let me ask you, did you, on November 13th, 2022, enter the residence at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, with the intent to commit the felony crime of murder?
Yes.
Did you, on November 13th, 2022, in Latah County, state of Idaho, kill and murder Madison Mogan, a human being?
Yes.
And did you do that willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, and with premeditation and malice aforethought?
Yes.
Did you, on or about that same date in Moscow, Idaho, kill and murder Kaylee Gonzalez, a human being?
Yes.
And did you do that willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, and with premeditation and malice aforethought?
Yes.
And did you, on that same date in Moscow, Idaho, kill and murder Xana Kernodle, a human being?
Yes.
And did you do that willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought?
Yes.
And then on or about November 13th, 2022, again in Latah County, Idaho, did you kill and murder Ethan Chapin, a human being?
Yes.
Did you do that willfully, unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and malice aforethought?
Yes.
I would ask the state at this time to provide its recitation of its factual basis had this case gone to trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the organization of the recitation is different than what I think the court and the public may be familiar with from the probable cause affidavit and other documents. The state's evidence, as an overview, would show that back in March of 2022, when the defendant was residing in his parents' residence or was residing back in Pennsylvania, his home state, he purchased online a K-bar knife and sheath with an Amazon gift card that he had purchased shortly prior to the purchase of the knife, sheath, and sharpener. Jumping ahead, the end of June of that year, the defendant, Mr. Kohberger, moved from Pennsylvania to Pullman, Washington, which is right across the state line from Moscow, Idaho, for the purpose of pursuing a PhD in criminal justice at Washington State University. The state's evidence would indicate that beginning July 9th of 2022, Mr. Kohberger's phone began connecting to a cell tower that serves the area of the 1122 King Road residence in Moscow, Idaho. Now, I will acknowledge for the court and all present that there are many residences in that area. It's a dense population of mostly college-related occupants. Between July 9th of 2022 and November 7th, the defendant's phone connected to that particular tower during late night, early morning hours, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. on approximately 23 times. Now, I will acknowledge also, we do not have evidence that the defendant had direct contact with 1122 or with residents of 1122, but we can put his phone in that area on those times. In the interim, on August 22nd of 2022, Latah County Sheriff's Deputy Darren Duke conducted a traffic stop in the early morning hour or late evening hours, about 11 p.m. On the west side of Moscow, on the Moscow-Pullman Road. This was a traffic stop of Mr. Kohberger's car, which turned out to be a 2015 white Hyundai Elantra with Pennsylvania plates. During the course of the traffic stop, Deputy Duke was able to obtain Mr. Kohberger's name, Brian Kohberger, his phone number, and his address, which at that point was an apartment address in Pullman. We then move to the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022. The state's evidence would show that early morning hours on that day, Mr. Kohberger's phone left his Pullman residence, which is an apartment in kind of the central northwest part of Pullman. That phone was then subsequently turned off at approximately 2:54 a.m. and remained off until approximately 4:48 a.m. on Sunday, the 13th of November. The state's evidence would include a trial, video surveillance of a business on the Moscow-Pullman Highway, just across the state line from Moscow. It would show a vehicle matching the description of the defendant's Hyundai Elantra entering Moscow at approximately 3:02 a.m. Compiled surveillance that the investigators put together from businesses and residents then show the defendant's car the white Elantra, as I've described, circling the 1122 King Road area, that neighborhood, starting around 3:30 or so in the morning. Comes into the immediate area of 1122 King Road, which is actually on a dead end, and then leaves several times. And approximately 4:05 that morning, the defense car had entered that area, was leaving, stopped at the intersection of King and Queen Road, did a U-turn, and the state's evidence would show that the defendant's car came back and parked behind and above the 1122 King Road residence. The state believes that its evidence would then show that the defendant entered the residence of 1122 through the kitchen sliding door on the back side of the residence, which is the side of the residence that would face the area above where the defendant's car was parked. Defendant entered the residence, went to the 3rd floor, and with a knife, killed Madison Mogan and Kaylee Gonzalez. The defendant, as he left that room, for whatever reason, ended up leaving, or the sheath for a K-bar knife was left on the bed next to Madison Mogan's body. And I can jump ahead. That sheath was tested by the Idaho State Police Forensic Lab, and single source male DNA was found on the snap of that sheath, as well as blood from both Kaylee and Madison and other trace evidence. But it's important to note single source male DNA was on the snap of that sheath. The state's evidence would show that Xana Knodel was still awake at this time. In fact, had taken a DoorDash order not long before this started. Her room was not on the 3rd floor. It was on the 2nd floor on the west side. As the defendant was either coming down the stairs or leaving, he encountered Xana, and he ended up killing her, also with a large knife. Ethan Chapin, Xana's boyfriend, was asleep in their bedroom, in her bedroom, and the defendant killed him as well with a large fixed blade knife. Each victim suffered multiple wounds. I will state for the record that there is no evidence there was any sexual component or sexual assault on any of the victims. I want to make that clear so there's no speculation. There were 2 other roommates in the house, and they were already asleep. During the course of this, one of those roommates awoke, looked out her door not knowing what was going on, and saw the defendant, who was dressed in black with a black balaclava on, holding some sort of container in his hand. And she saw him leave the house through the direction of the kitchen where that sliding door is that I mentioned before. At approximately 4:20 that morning, so this would have been 15 minutes or so later, defendant's car is seen on a surveillance camera for 1112 King Road, which is immediately next door to the west of 1122, leaving the area at a high rate of speed. And if the court were to see that, or anybody in this courtroom would see that, you can see the car almost loses control as it makes the corner, heads north, and then turns to go south on Walinta, which is one of the only ways to get out of that part of town. The evidence would show that following that, the defendant in his Elantra drove south of Moscow. We know that he drove on the back roads because there are surveillance cameras on the main highways, Highway 95, that would have picked up the defendant's car if he'd gone that route. And they did not show the defendant's car on that route during the time. So we know that he went through a variety of back roads in very rural, isolated part of Latah County. About 4:48 that morning, the defendant's phone comes back on. And the evidence will show that that phone was located south of Moscow, likely at a side road intersection with Highway 95. From there, the defendant's phone activity tracks heading back north towards Pullman, Washington, where the defendant lived. About 5:26, starting approximately 5:26, various surveillance cameras in Pullman, Washington pick up the defendant's vehicle as he enters Pullman from the south and heads north and slightly west towards his apartment where he arrived at approximately 5:30 in the morning. Later that morning, this Sunday, the 13th of November of 2022, Mr. Kohberger's phone returned to the area of King Road. We don't know exactly what he did, but it returned to that area. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. He was there for about 10 minutes and then returned to his Pullman residence. About 9:30, the state's evidence will show, evidence taken from the defendant's phone, that he took a selfie of himself on his phone in what appears to be the bathroom of his Pullman apartment with a thumbs up. The defendant's phone then went to the Lewiston-Clarkston Valley, approximately 30 miles south of Moscow and Pullman. And the defendant is actually seen with his car at various businesses down there. This area is the confluence of the Clearwater River and the Snake River. Lewiston is Idaho's seaport. Large bodies of moving water down there. In addition to tracing the defendant's activities, as I've just outlined, on the 13th and leading up to the 13th, the state's evidence will show that following Sunday, November 13th of 2022, business records show that the defendant began searching for a K-bar knife and a K-bar knife sheath, as the state believes, to replace the one that was left at the scene of the murders. The evidence also will suggest that there were at least attempts by the defendant to delete or alter his purchase history on Amazon, where all these transactions had occurred. Later that week, the state's evidence will show that Mr. Kohberger went to what we would call DMV, motor vehicle licensing here in Idaho, in Pullman, to change his car registration from Pennsylvania to Washington. That's of note because Pennsylvania cars do not require a front license plate. The vehicles seen on the surveillance cameras of the defendant's car showed it didn't have a front license plate on it. At the time of the traffic stop by Deputy Duke in August, it was Pennsylvania plate, no front license plate. Mr. Kohberger proceeded to finish his semester of studies at Washington State University and returned to Pennsylvania for the holidays. Law enforcement at this point were aware of Mr. Kohberger, had been accessing information about him, were trying to find him. They located him in Pennsylvania, and they conducted what's called a trash pull. During the nighttime hours, agents of the FBI, who assisted immensely with this case, working with the sanitation department back in this neighborhood in Pennsylvania, took trash that had been set out on the street for collection, sent the contents of that from the Pennsylvania residence of the defendant's parents to the Idaho State Forensic Laboratory, where the lab experts there were able to identify DNA on a Q-tip as coming from the father of the person whose DNA was found on the knife sheath that was next to Madison Logan's body in the bed. Subsequently, an arrest warrant was issued here in Idaho, and a search warrant was issued in the state of Pennsylvania with the assistance not only of the FBI, but the Pennsylvania State Police. Mr. Kohberger was arrested at his parents' home to return to Idaho. Upon his return to Idaho, a DNA sample was taken from him, and it matched the DNA found on the knife sheath next to Maddie's body at the crime scene. I can tell the court and the public, the weapon itself, the knife, has not yet been recovered. I can tell the court that the defendant's apartment in Pullman was searched, as well as his office. Spartan would be a kind characterization. There was virtually nothing there. Nothing of evidentiary value was found. And of course, we are now talking 6-8 weeks after the time of the killings. In Pennsylvania, the defendant's car was seized, and it was actually pretty much disassembled internally. And it also had been cleaned. There was a bucket of cleaner right beside it. I think we can all look to our own cars, you know, in those compartments in the doors. We try to keep them clean where you put stuff. There's always some degree of crud in there. They were spotless. The defendant's car had been meticulously cleaned inside. And the state would present to the jury that That was part of the defendant's plan in covering up this. The defendant has studied crime. In fact, he did a detailed paper on crime scene processing when he was working on his pre-doctorate degrees, and he had that knowledge and skill. So, Your Honor, at the end, the state submits that the evidence that I've given just a quick overview of, and that to present in court would consume weeks, which the state is prepared to do and has been prepared to do, would show that as the defendant has just admitted and pleaded guilty on November 13th, 2022, excuse me, Mr. Kohberger entered the residence of 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho. He did that with the intent to kill. We will not represent that he intended to commit all of the murders that he did that night, but we know that that is what resulted, and that he then killed intentionally, willfully, deliberately, with premeditation, and with malice forethought, Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonzalez, Ethan Chapin, and Xana. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, based on the state's proffer and importantly, based upon defendant's explicit admission to committing these crimes, the court finds there is a factual basis. Therefore, with respect to count 1, burglary, felony, how do you plead, Mr. Kohberger, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 2, murder in the first degree, as it relates to the murder of Madison Mogan, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 3, as it relates to murder in the first degree for the murder of Kaylee Gonzalez, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 4, the first degree murder of Xana Kernodle, a human being, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
As to count 5, the first degree murder of Ethan Chapin, a human being, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Right. The court will find that the defendant understands the nature of the charges and each offense and the possible consequences to him of his guilty plea. The court finds that there is a factual basis for the plea and that finds the defendant believes the plea to be in his best interest. I find that the plea was given freely, voluntarily, and was intelligently made. I accept the plea. I direct that it be entered. I'll continue the matter for sentencing in this case. I think it was mentioned on the call Monday afternoon, the defense wishes to waive a pretrial investigation. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
The state also?
Yes, Your Honor, the state does not believe pre-sentence investigation is needed, given the evidence that is available. We want to, though, make sure that all of the victims have the opportunity to make statements to the court at sentencing.
Absolutely. And certainly both the state and the defense may present whatever sentencing memorandum and other documents you wish me to consider. The victims will be given an opportunity to provide the statements that they wish to at sentencing. Do we need more than 1 full day for sentencing?
I do not believe so, Your Honor. We have numerous victims, and we have victims who share unique perspectives on this, and we want to make sure that they all have time to express their feelings to the court. But I believe that if we can start perhaps 8:30 or so in the morning, that we should be able to complete it all in 1 day.
Defense agree with that in terms of the time frame?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So as it happens, we have some time reserved in this case in July and August. The week of July 22nd is available. I don't know if that's too soon for the parties or the next week, the week of August 4 is available. Any preference?
Your Honor, we're prepared as soon as the court wants to schedule it.
The state, I believe, would be prepared on the 22nd. We've told the victims' families that we're looking at approximately those dates.
All right. So because of the plan to bring in so many jurors to fill out questionnaires, I had ordered that no other trials could take place in this courthouse the week of July 22nd. And so we will use that in terms of the the sentencing date, because of what I'm sure will be the significant interest of the media and the public, and the logistics that will be required to make that happen. Without trials going, it'll be a lot easier to do that. So let's pick that week. Why don't we pick July 23rd with the idea that if for some reason we don't finish, we could continue into the 24th. We'll start at 9 in the morning. Does that give your team enough time, Sandra? 9 in the morning? All right. Any concerns with that date?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, sir.
All right. Any reason why I should not rescind the non-dissemination order at this time?
You're right. I think that given the history of this case, it would be best if that remained in place through sentencing. So we have time to make sure there's the ability to completely answer questions. That would be the state's preference and recommendation.
Would have no objection for the order to remain in place through
All right.
sentencing.
I will, at this point, the idea to keep it until sentencing, which time it would be withdrawn in order to give the parties the space and time to prepare to meet what I'm sure will be the deluge of media requests. That's at least my preliminary decision at this point. We can always revisit if it seems to be, for some reason, I should. That said, obviously, I don't think the defendant, a bond was ever set for the defendant. Were it would be revoked. The prior order allowing him to come in civilian clothes is revoked, given his plea and no longer the presumption of innocence. And in fact, now the actual conviction for the crimes. He will continue to be held at the jail pending sentencing. Is there anything else today?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I assume that the trial date will be vacated.
trial
and those
is-
4 jurors will be released.
The trial will be vacated, and I'm sure that the jury commissioner will get word to those that receive their summons that they won't be required to attend. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
that said, again, if you would all please wait for the parties and the victims' families and others to leave the courtroom before you do, I would appreciate it. And with that, we're adjourned. All right, please.
Oh, you guys.
My God. Not one bit of emotion.
You guys,
Emotion.
I
Me too, Jamie.
somebody help us out. Somebody help me and Maggie out. I'm gonna just send the invite, Maggie. Somebody come up here. Give me and Maggie your thoughts. Anybody, somebody. Let's open. Mags. I just feel like crying. And y'all know when I start to get crying, I can't stop. The waterworks works. It's already started.
You know what? I had the screen on dark. No wonder I couldn't see anyone. Typical. As soon as I lightened it up, I seen him and my heart was breaking. He was just stiff as a board. His face never changed once. I was praying, please show some emotion. Just so cold. It was awful. And then William starts to tease. That was so people would think, oh, I feel a bit sorry for him. Diamond Lucy's tears crying with you, Lenny. I feel numb. And that's my honest opinion. I feel numb.
Hey guys.
Hiya, Sean. You okay, love?
Yeah, to me it's total bullshit that they're extending the damn time or day
Yeah.
for
I don't know why they
the
did that.
sentencing trial. You know,
So did they
everybody's been
say there? Did they say that he can come back? He'll be there. Has he got to
he's
be there?
gotta be there. No, he's
But he
gotta
won't
be
be in
there.
civvy clothes.
Yeah, because at the sentencing trials, you have to be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But then at
Oh,
the same
God.
time, the family doesn't have to be there because the judge can ask them if they feel comfortable with
Yeah.
them being in the
Imagine.
courtroom presently.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
the sentencing going on.
Imagine how they felt sitting there facing him, hearing him saying, yes. That was it. Yes. Like he was, I don't know. He was getting asked, did he murder each one of them? And it was just, yes. And not a flicker of emotion on his face.
Well, this just makes me mad and pissed off because as a man, you know, you have a pride of being a man, but then yet, as a man, you should be able to say if you did it, then admit you did it. Not hide behind the fact that you have a lawyer who knows how to lie and who's another woman is an insult. There shouldn't be a woman attorney representing a man who murdered several women, young women. Not at all.
I'm just looking over on the outside the courthouse now to see if anything's going on. There's only one lady talking to the cops, and the comments are like, why didn't they ask him where the knife was?
Yeah, because it makes me pissed off as a male man to see this man try to, you know, get away with this crime.
Well, they're all saying them families are just left to wonder now for the rest of their lives, and they're only going to find information out just like we are
Yeah,
over the internet.
and
How bad is that?
And that's the thing that people don't understand, that when you kill somebody, it changes everybody's trajectory on life.
Yeah.
You know?
So tell me this. So on the next court day, am I to believe? I believe that the families are able to speak. You know, have their say. Is that right?
Yeah. The closing arguments, yeah, they can, because what they can do is they can testify how this crime has affected them, and how long it's gonna take them to heal from this, and they can actually tell him, "I hope you die in the deepest hell in jail."
Oh, right.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Lizzo, I don't think I can put it on because it's live. That's what Leanie said before. She had to play it back, didn't she? So she wasn't playing it live. I'm watching it now on Associated Press, and there's just a lady standing talking to the cops outside the doors. There's not a sign of anyone yet.
Well, the other thing too is when he steps out of that courtroom and he steps onto the courthouse steps, the media is gonna freaking hound him like a celebrity paparazzi.
Yeah.
So he's screwed.
Oh, he's screwed. He's admitted it now, and that's the end of it. He's truly screwed. I mean, but
Oh, he's screwed. Bottom line, he's screwed, and he only has himself to blame for it.
Yeah, I'm just reading some of the comments. People are just devastated for how this has gone for the families. Leanie, you okay? She's probably moved to
Yeah, she's going through that emotions.
Yeah.
I can
just feel
imagine.
numb.
I can imagine. Let's
Oh,
see.
so the people are coming out. Sorry. No, there's no one coming out on here. And I'm watching it live. Where are you watching it, Joni? Oh, good night, Mel. Have a good sleep, love. I hope you feel
Yeah,
better.
but then, see, the thing is, when he gets to jail, like I've said in the chat, they don't like child killers, and especially those who killed college women. Just got out of high school. They don't like that.
No.
He's gonna get screwed either way.
Oh, he's going to get prison justice, isn't he?
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't got anyone. I haven't got it on Facebook. So I don't know how to do all that. Let's just see if there's anywhere else that has got. It's
Yeah,
different.
when I popped in with that chat, I actually just woke up and I first thing I saw was you guys on. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I know. Do you know what? We were living for this trial that not even
I
happening, but
know. You
it's
guys been
just, I
talking
mean,
about this topic
we know
for
how
a
we
long
feel,
time.
sure. Imagine how them families feel.
Oh, I bet you some of them male figure that in family members want to kill his ass.
Oh, God, I'd want to kill him. Lizzo said, can't believe they aren't even going to make him say what he did. I thought that's what he was going to do.
Well, the thing is,
What
Maggie, is
container?
if his
Joni.
family, if their family is known, if their family is known, they can actually set him up for situation in jail, like the mafia. And God forbid that they do that, but you know that tends to happen in America. You know, when you're dealing with
power on.
when you're dealing with some powerful family in America, you know, and you killed one of their family members, you know, it's not going to be where it's going to be a cakewalk into jail.
Yeah. Well, he's done what has he done? 2.5 years now, hasn't he? But he's going to have to be kept
Yeah, but I
away
don't think
because he
that's the
won't last 2
longest.
minutes, I don't think.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the longest trial we had in the United States, because the O.J. Simpson trial took pretty long too.
Yeah. I mean, to let this go on as long as it did, you know, and then do this, that could have been done a long time ago, couldn't it?
I think his lawyer's a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolute terrible. Just feel empty
how is
inside.
a woman, you know, where I'm coming from is, how do you defend a murderer and then yet not be offended because he killed several young women?
I know. Oh, but that's because we're not that way inclined. We just can't understand that. It's like people who go and defend pedophiles. You know, they work with them and try and rehabilitate them, rehabilitate. Oh, I can't even say the words, but you get what I mean.
That's the Consolidate family.
Rehabilitate. That's it.
Liz and his wife, they do not like this deal. You heard him say this was a deal with the devil.
What's that?
They want him to get the death penalty, which very soon here in Idaho is going to be a firing squad, as the name means. They wanted that. They wanted a trial. They wanted to find out. They thought at trial they might learn, where's the murder weapon? What was the motive in this? That they're not going to get that. Now, there's nothing saying they would get that at a trial. Maybe they wouldn't get it, but they feel like that they would have gotten more details that otherwise we may never learn from Brian Kohberger here.
And also, Alex, I mean, first of all, I appreciate you, trying to get a comment from the parents. No doubt, this is one of those positions as a correspondent, you're kind of comfortably uncomfortable. You want to hear from the parents. You want to get their thoughts about what just happened in court, but at the same time, you want to give them their privacy and just sort of respect what they're going through. You can tell this is devastating for them. One thing that caught my attention, Alex, when you were asking them questions there was Dad said he felt like he let his daughter down, that he let Kaylee down. That, I mean, as a parent, that's just crushing to hear.
It's absolutely crushing. And he specifically wanted what he says would be justice for Kaylee, and that justice was going to be Brian Kohberger getting the death penalty. And he says anything less was not justice. He has fought for her. He has made it very clear that it was all about trying to get him the death penalty and get him to go to trial. And he feels like that they were let down by the Latah County prosecutors, who he says they had a meeting last Friday. There was a discussion about maybe there would be a deal in the works. And then Sunday they got a voicemail or an email saying it was a done deal and that they weren't able to really make their voices heard. Now, on the other side, Ethan Chapin's family, they say that they agree with this. This is a guaranteed conviction. There will not be years of appeals. Whatever would happen at trial, there would have been decades of appeals being a death penalty case, and none of that is going to go on. So there's two different sides on the victim's family. Some saying, thank goodness this is over. He is a convicted criminal. He's going to prison. He's admitted to all of his crimes. Others saying, no, this was about the facts coming out at trial and getting the death penalty.
Alex, such a great job reporting for us. Please, I want to bring Kim into this discussion now. Alex, if you see other parents, let us know. Grab them if you can. Let's hear from them. Give them voice. Kim, as you listen to this, listen to the prosecutor getting emotional, reading the names of those students, the judge asking Kohberger directly if he killed and murdered each one of these students, hearing Kohberger say yes to every single question. I guess, what are your thoughts on what you heard and also this last minute change in plea?
Well, on the first point, I mean, this is the kind of situation that will live in the public's consciousness for decades. It's absolutely horrific, devastating to see these parents, both of the defendant, but of course the victims, their children brutally murdered. It's everyone's worst nightmare as a parent. And that he sat there and very specifically, as is indicated, the judge had him lay out that he actually did the killings. It wasn't just yes to or no to whether he pled guilty. And I think there was some desire to actually get something that sounded like a confession from the families, and maybe arguably that did happen. On the other point I wanted to make here is we're having a national conversation lately about what it means to have due process. And as you know, I teach constitutional law. This is how the system works in our government, and that the prosecution developed extremely detailed evidence and filed motions in court to keep certain evidence out. That is, the defendant did. They didn't want the DNA evidence in. They did not want the prosecution to be able to get the death penalty. They wanted to be able to put a defense of an alibi. The judge said no to all of that, and presumably, I would assume the defense lawyers realized this is now a much more serious case, much more difficult for them to avoid the death penalty. And so the prosecution sat down, made a proffer to the defendant, said, this is what we're going to show at trial. The jury's going to hear. And that's where we are, where in front of a court, open court, we have this defendant under oath admitting that he committed these crimes. This is what the due process clause here of the 14th Amendment, which applies to the states, this is what it ensures. It ensures fairness to the defendants. It ensures that these things are decided based on facts and law, and that he knowingly made this plea that will put him in prison for the rest of his life, presumably.
So, Joseph, just as Kim mentioned, it's a national conversation he is having now as a law professor. Your thoughts on what Kim just had to say?
Sure. Yes, I think we saw this film play out today, and it was a very good example. There might be some criticisms that the judge was too stoic or too involved in the processes going from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, but that's exactly how a judge should be. The prosecution did exactly what a prosecutor should do in this case. The defense did exactly what the defense did do in this case. The American people, through this example, can see really the best that our justice system has and how it can handle horrific situations. And, referring to due process, because of our nation's commitment to due process, we have, an organized and dignified and the best system of justice in the world, inarguably. No matter whatever problems else we might have, our system of justice still remains the best in the world. We saw it play out. The judge needed to make sure that there was a factual basis for the plea, otherwise it wouldn't be relevant, or it wouldn't be legally acceptable. That's why the prosecutor, and in my experience, the prosecution and defense work together. You agree upon the set of facts. The prosecution read the set of facts into evidence, meticulously, detailed, crossing every T, dotting every I for this plea to become legally secure so that it can't come back. And as everyone here has noted, now there are convictions. The parents of the victims have heard him admit to what he did. He will be life in prison times 4, and then burglary on top of that. So he will never get out of prison. There's no appeals, no nothing. So I think the families that did agree to the plea agreement, I think they will get some solace from this.
Alex Stone, I want to take it back to you outside court. I understand you have Kayla with you now. Our Kayla Whitworth was actually inside the courtroom as this was all going down. I know she can't hear me. You are my ears along with us, Alex, as this is happening so quickly. I appreciate you very much. But if we could just get color from inside the courtroom, what it was like, what she observed, and just you take over, Alex, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Kira, Kayla just came out, and you were in there, the emotion in that courtroom. What was it like?
I mean, it was intense, as everyone can probably imagine from watching this. And for anyone that's followed this case, the emotions are long awaited, right? This is a stunning move that he would accept this plea deal. And when he did, what the judge asked first, though, was, do you admit to these murders? And then he named each one of the victims. And with every name that was read, it was like a striking blow in the courtroom. You could actually see the different family members start to break down, start to sob. And then Bill Thompson stood up and he read essentially what he thought happened that night, stuck really closely to the probable cause affidavit, which people might be familiar with from a couple of years ago. And a few things stood out, though, like the DNA match, Alex. We all knew they made the DNA match. They knew there was a knife sheath in the trash pull in Pennsylvania. He said specifically it was from a Q-tip from that trash pull, matched Brian Kohberger's father. And that's how they got there. But then they went back. Then it was time for him to plead guilty, in which he did. Madison Logan, Kaylee Gonzalez, Xana Carnoto, and Ethan Chapin. Brian Kohberger's parents also in the courtroom. His dad shaking his head the entire time.
He said no.
Just shaking his head. I'm not sure. It was a similar sentiment that I got from him in the courtroom in Pennsylvania, shaking his head, maybe disbelief in general. I think, though, one of the more emotional moments, though, was leaving, everyone exiting the courtroom, and that surviving roommate, Dylan Mortensen, the one who told authorities, I saw a masked man in the home that night, walk past me with bushy eyebrows. She was in the courtroom today. She left sobbing.
Even Bill Thompson, the prosecuting attorney, he was emotional as he was finishing out the summation of the case. There's emotion even there for the prosecutors.
And that's a really good point here, because their lives have been dedicated to this case now for some 2.5 years. They were ready to go to trial in just a matter of weeks. They were preparing, and the judge said that he was really unaware of this plea deal until it had been accepted. It came as a bit of a surprise to him. He apologized to the families for how quickly this had to move, and it's still going to move quickly. So now we're looking here at July 23rd for a sentencing hearing. At that point, I do think we'll have some victim impact statements read, so it'll be another emotional day in court. And, the judge asked for decorum again. I've never seen security like this at the courthouse.
Security very tight.
There was a lot of security in the courtroom, too. Both officers in uniform and plainclothed as well, and they were scattered throughout the seats with all of us and with all of the family members as well. So we'll look ahead to the sentencing hearing, and at that point, they think that they might lift this non-dissemination, this forward with this gag order that has bound everybody, which is why there's been so much secrecy involved in this case.
It's been so tight, that gag order. You've spent so much time with the families. You've gotten to know them. Is this closure for them? We know we just heard Steve Gonzalez a moment ago. He's angry about it, but is it closure in some way?
Yeah, it's a tough question, and you know from speaking with Steve and some of the other family members that for every family, the answer is different. Is this closure? Is this justice? Does this allow you to move on? For every family and for every person in the family, it's different. You know, you talk to them, nothing's going to bring their children back. The Chapins did tell us, look, they're here today. This was their first time in the courtroom, and they were here today in support of this plea bargain. This is something that it sounds like they wanted from that statement. The Gonzalez family clearly very unhappy. I'm sure what this does for some people, it allows them to move on. We also, current police chief Anthony Dollinger in Moscow was also in the courtroom today. You have to wonder how the Moscow Police Department is feeling today, perhaps a bit vindicated, because they were judged quite harshly by this nation during that nearly 7-week manhunt when everybody thought they've got nothing.
And it was proved today they had the right guy.
Certainly.
All right, Ken, thank you.
Of course.
And they're in the courtroom a moment ago, and we're waiting now to find out if anybody's going to come out, whether it be the prosecuting attorney or any of the attorneys who are going to come out and talk, Kara.
All right, you let us know, and we'll head right back to you, Kim, Joseph, Alex, and Kana. Thanks, guys, so much. Appreciate you all. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just
All right, guys. I'm so sorry. When I lose it, and I can never get it back together.
I think I feel worse now, Lenny, than I said before. I just feel numb, but like with my soul out of my body. It's weird feeling.
I don't know.
Yeah, April. Still so many questions.
I've got my thing turned down, but here, let me take this off so that, let me remove that, and that way I'm not echoing. I don't know what to say. What do we say? What do we do? Where do we go? Of course, we're going to be here to see it through. The sentencing, the lawyers eventually are going to have to speak, but I have to tell you guys, I have never ever heard a verdict being read. There's already a verdict in this. It's done. And I have never heard of a judge agreeing to, let's just keep the gag order in place so, you lawyers can work out the media stuff. Who fucking cares about the lawyers? Who cares? I have never felt such an injustice for a family. Never. Yeah. This is injustice from word go. And how the hell is a judge going to sit up there and just start off with what he didn't like, what one of the families had done? Bitch, keep that shit to yourself. None of us needed to know that I emailed him. And I praised him in the email and thanked him for doing the right things, and hope he asked him to continue to do the right thing until the end. Legally, I guess it is the right thing. I guess that's it. I guess that's legally what's supposed to happen. But there was no consideration for the families. The lawyer should have never stood up and read that out. Brian Kohberger, the judge could have made Brian Kohberger do that. And he chose not to. That was a choice.
He was supposed to.
That was a choice he made. And he stuck it to the families again. And he should be ashamed of him. He should be ashamed. And I hope he can't sleep until whenever. No, I don't think they're hiding anything, Bees. I think that's it. I listen, Brian was not going to go down alone if he wasn't alone. Ann Taylor did. If she would have known there was another perpetrator, believe you me, Ann Taylor was going to put it out there. Instead, she tried to hand the judge 4 names of who she thought could be involved in it.
Yeah.
Who, instead of doing what she should have done all along, she knew Brian was guilty. He already told her he was guilty, but they pulled 4 names out to see if that would stick, of innocent people. She's no better than anybody on these YouTube streets that are blaming the victims, the families, anybody but Kohberger. Instead, more or less berated Steve because he got a few emails right that he didn't even read. Let it go, Judge. You didn't even read them. You put them over in security's hands. Okay, can we carry on with it? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Ragnar, it's watching the plea deal that just happened with Brian Kohberger.
Yeah, it's like they're coddling him. That's exactly right. Welcome back, Miss Barbara. It's okay, honey. I guess you could tell by the tone of how chat is doing, how we are up on panel, that this did not end in any way the way that
this has affected so many people, Lee.
He was almost inconvenienced. Yes, Nikki.
Yeah, definitely. Did he found innocent too?
Oh yeah, 3 of the charges. No, 3 of the charges he's found innocent. But that's another stream. That's another stream. Right now, we want to honor. We want to honor Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana. That's what we want to do. We want to honor them, and we're not going to forget. We will always. I know I can speak for myself. I will never forget their names.
No,
I will never. I am changed by this case.
Yeah.
I now know
the judge never showed a bit of compassion for the families either.
Not a bit.
Wow.
Not a bit.
How awful, Danny.
I have learned so much, and that is just because everybody is in a place of that they're supposed to protect victims' rights and families of victims' rights. That doesn't mean they all do. You got to figure out if your state is a voting state for your prosecution, you need to figure out their what their stats are, and you need to vote accordingly to what makes more sense to you. Because I've always left that box empty. Always left it. In the state of Indiana, we vote our prosecutors in. I've always left it empty because I thought, well, if you're running, for prosecution, you're going to see it to the end. You're going to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law, whatever that may be. I just thought that way. Now I know better. I will be voting. Believe you me, I may even just find the prosecution ballot before I find a mayor or a senator or even a president.
Yeah, April, from now, I'm researching our courts and voting in prosecutors.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? Oh God, who knew? Who knew?
Yeah.
Christy says, Christy and Olivia became friends of mine because of this tragedy, but I've told them repeatedly, I wish we never even had the need to speak, right?
Yeah.
Psycho parents, no emotion. I you know, it's not much in my life that I ever get uh, wordless, or, you know, I can't find words. So I'm just babbling, and that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm just babbling, and then every now and then something will jump up from my bosom that pisses me off, and I have to say it. But I'm gobsmacked, as the English would say.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to there's been very few times, but we've gone through this before where we've all just sat around and went, wait, what? And none of us knew what to say. It's just one of those moments. Speechless. Thank you, April.
Yeah.
I checked another chat because I'm nosy. They are still defending him. I cannot thank you, Leanie and Maggie. I need to get back to work. God bless you, Rondi.
Thanks, Rondi.
Listen, if this did anything, it brought some more of us together.
Yeah.
And you know, we've made some good friends through this, and I want to thank you, and I hope, just because, you know, Maggie and I don't do a lot of true crime. We talk about everything. True crime comes up, but this is the first time we've ever done a segment every week of true crime that we've set apart 2 lives a week only to talk about a case, because neither me or Maggie have the time, or we could have the time. We choose not to have the time to do this full time, because in order to do it full time, I think you've got to
no life.
Yeah, that's hard work, and I'm not willing to put in that time. I've got a life. I've got kids. I've got grandkids.
Family.
I got dogs.
Difference if you're on your own.
And I don't want to do true crime every day if it's going to take away.
Not feeling like this.
Right. And then I just want to get together and just have fun. You know what I mean? And sometimes we cry, and sometimes, you know, we need someone to talk to, and we get through that. So I would rather still remain a channel that does everything. And if we ever all get interested in something again, like we did this, I mean, I feel like everybody got everybody got invested in it. And so we were like, all right, we'll do a series. Let's go. We'll dedicate 1 day a week, 2 days a week to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything good came out of it, you guys were the ones that, and I
Did
and I
you see
really
his
hope you stick
parents at
around.
all, Lee?
I didn't see his parents. I think they went out the side door. That's what I said. Only, you know, the Goncalvises that I've seen. I didn't even see the Chapins. I'm sure, you know, they're very private people. I did see them in the gallery. But of course, the Gonsalves, y'all are gonna. It's going to be a long time before we don't hear from them. They are not going away quietly, and they should.
Especially when the guy goes,
Should they? Would you?
All hell, but let loose now. What the hell?
I don't think I could. I'd be marching. I'd be catching the first plane out to Washington. I'd be marching on Washington, even if I was by myself. Not that
So
it's
does
going
that
to do
guy
a
go
damn
to
good
stick,
good.
Leanie, wherever you go?
Oh yeah, anywhere in the United States it sticks. And I find that bullshit.
States? Can you?
The states, I mean, we don't follow. You guys don't follow our laws. We.
So you could talk about it in our country, and then we could leave it.
I honestly don't know about that, to tell you the truth. I honestly don't, because we're American citizens, so our laws will still follow us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know. I would be too scared. But how he felt. I mean, he gave nothing, not even dropping the gag order.
No.
He could have gave something.
Exactly.
He didn't give nothing.
That was shocking.
Oh yeah, April. It will always go on, and there will be people that say it was a hoax, even to this day. Hitler could have demanded that he turned over the weapon.
Could he?
Yes, he could have.
Oh my God!
Didn't you hear him? He
Like
doesn't
they just
have to go
wanted
by
it overly.
They just
It
wanted
was like he
over.
was bored. Hiplet look, I mean, I know we look bored every week, and I was glad of that. It was like, you're boring me, you know, stop asking for more time. And I get why he was looking the way he did. But today, he had that very same look, and I thought that was so disrespectful.
Lizzo says, stuff the gag order. They owe the court nothing. But if they're gagged, that's a lawful order. They can go to jail for it. And believe me, after seeing what I've seen, I guess, Judge Hippler doesn't like to be gone against. I bet you he would put someone in jail for it.
Yeah.
He was a jerk, Genevieve. No, they didn't drop the gag order. They want to give the lawyers time to figure out all the media. Fuck you and your media. Fuck the lawyers. We're tired of hearing it.
Okay.
What about Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, and Xana? Why are we worried about what the lawyers are going through? Why are we worried about what Brian Kohberger is going through? What's best for them? Oh my God.
Yeah, probably buried in the woods somewhere, miles away. Genevieve, I think. I think he burned as other stuff.
Yeah, I think he had a hole buried. Remember when he turned off his phone for 2 hours? I think he had already a place for those things.
Premeditated everything. Can I ask you, Leanie? You know when he said the judge was putting it to him, and he's going, yes, yes.
Yeah.
You know when he said, are you guilty of going in killing? You premeditated it, and he said, yeah. Now, say if it was like we think he specifically went in to kill Maddie. This is what we think, and they got in the way basically, and so he done them. Would he have said yes if it wasn't premeditated?
That's a very good question. So he already knew the questions that were going to be asked to him.
Yeah.
Okay. And they could have amended it, turned it back over to the judge, and then he could have decided, well, am I going to amend that or am I not going to?
Yeah.
The curious thing about it, though, is all 4 counts of murder were read the same way. Were you did you go involuntary and premeditated to kill even Ethan Chapin, who doesn't live there? Which some people are going to come out and say, oh, I told you guys it wasn't Maddie. He was watching, he was waiting till all 4 of these people got together. Therefore, it definitely was the fraternity, because he wanted to kill Ethan.
Yeah, this is what's going to be said, yeah.
I submit to you this in the court of according to Leanie. When he said that he premeditated, killed all these people, he went in with full intentions of killing whoever he had to kill.
Yeah.
Whoever got in his way was going to be killed.
He knew what time to go in. He'd been watching when the house was quiet. He had it all worked out. Just wish we knew why he targeted them or her.
It was her. I know it was her. He's
hell?
an incel. He's an incel, and he's going to get him a girlfriend, y'all. Through the in fact, the emails are probably already lined up to be his first girlfriend.
But if that's wasn't his intention, if he didn't premeditate it, if he didn't plan to go in and kill everyone, why would he say yes?
Because it's still premeditated. He was going in, and it didn't matter who got in his way. He was prepared to kill them.
So
that's premeditated.
He had a choice to not to do it or whatever. Yeah. Jamie's Cowboys. I'm taking my cardboard down and try and bring Kaylee back and Xana. It'll drain me, but I'll do it. Oh God.
I'm just letting you know you guys are going to hear that on the Kohberger channels and whatever. They're going to say that he admitted to premeditation for all 4, meaning that it came from the fraternity.
Yeah.
Because he knew Ethan was there. I'm telling you.
It's things disgusting.
Yeah, but it's not true, you guys. He was going to go in and kill whoever got in his way.
I didn't see one bit of emotion in any question that was asked.
The judge was, and then okay, how about when Bill Thompson started crying, fake
that was
crying?
so
I'm
fake.
sorry.
I agree. Totally fake. I felt embarrassed for him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can read all that with a straight face about how he went in and murdered these. They're just living their, they do it bothering nobody. They're in their own homes, and you could read that with a straight face, not feel nothing. But speaking their names makes you cry. Fuck you.
That was just totally fake and absolutely embarrassing.
Fuck you, bitch. Go take your old ass home and retire because you are nothing.
To think we liked them, Lee. We thought, oh God, why didn't we just see them what we see now? That they didn't give a shit. They
Because
weren't
we see
interested.
the good
They
in
just wanted
people.
it over.
Yeah. I mean, the whole time I'm looking in the background at old William sitting over at the desk, and I'm like, oh, he's confident. He's ready. He can't be bothered. Oh, no. He knew what was going to happen. He was just waiting on old Ann over there to come to him and say, make us a deal. Make us a deal. He knew it was coming. Fuck all of y'all. Listen, if this was happening in LA or New York City or some other big city like that, there'll be riots going on there right now, you guys. There'll be riots.
I thought that has happened today, to be honest with you.
They didn't even bring up Linda Lane. That's correct.
No.
I think there was much more to it, but they just touched on the points that, you know, here's the proof. Here's the proof. Let me just corroborate his guilt. No, corroborate his guilt by, don't even give me that. So if I was the judge, I'd be like, I don't care about that. What I'm going to need from you, Brian, is go ahead and tell me where the knife is. We'll wait. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, and then we'll continue. Let us know where the knife is. We can run on out and grab that for you.
When is it back on, Leanie? July what? 23rd?
All right, I got two different things. Like somebody said the 22nd, somebody said the 23rd.
I definitely hit the 23rd.
So I guess we will. What we're going to have to do is just set.
I think it's 1 o'clock my time. Set 8:30
No, it's
in the morning.
Oh yeah,
didn't it?
8:30. Yeah,
Your
yeah, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Is it still the same for me? 5 hours?
5 hours, yes.
Yeah. So it's 8:30 your time.
But I'll look it up to be sure.
Yeah.
And then we'll get it on the calendar, and we will get a live scheduled for that.
Yeah.
Genevieve says, imagine how all of the investigators and Ellie feel after all the time and effort they put into it,
I know.
and all the shit talk they put up with, Genevieve, right? Oh, these investigators, they you know, they don't know what they're doing. No, they did it all right. They called the FBI in immediately. They called the state police in immediately. They did everything right. And all of that. Nobody cares. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah. All that work, all that hours of writing, having to see what they've seen and
having people tear up go through their probable cause. We even been through the probable cause, you know, trying to make sense of it. But none of us sat here and said, oh, this cop doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And this cop does. No, we just took it for what it was. But there are people out there that were dissecting those probable causes and saying that the police were lying. Shame.
I can't believe where we are, Lee. I can't believe it. It's here. I just can't believe it.
I don't know this. I really would like to know this. So what happens with the evidence they have? Do they have to keep any of the evidence like forever? Do they disperse?
As far as I know, they do keep evidence, don't they? Because I mean, here in the UK, there's I watched yesterday on one of the court TVs that we've only just started getting. Well, it's been out a while. I only just learned we can watch someone be sentenced. We don't actually see them, but we can hear the judge, watch the judge. And it said they were sentencing someone for DNA and they had all evidence from 26 years ago.
Yeah, but eventually, thank you, April, for getting that for us. We'll put it on the calendar, and we will go ahead and set our live up for that. And I hope you join us for it. But I wonder how long I guess maybe each state is different, how long you hold evidence for, because
Maybe
surely
until
they can't
they
hold
go.
evidence for every trial.
Yeah.
Where
Maybe
the
it's
hell are you
till
going to put it?
the sentence, does it? Maybe. This guy was 90 years old. It happens in 1967.
Yeah, maybe
So
if they close the case, do you think? Because
maybe,
I
yeah,
did watch
because they couldn't
something
keep. Yeah, I know they
where
do keep it for years and years, but that's obviously because they haven't got the person, isn't it?
right. Yeah, because I
It's
did
once
watch
they've
some
got them and they're
show one time.
charged. Yeah, I think that's it. It's gone then. After a while, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched this show one time and it showed evidence. Like I saw a tiny tricycle and it just made me sick. And it had dust all over it, and it's because her killer was never found and brought to trial, so they had to keep it.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think that's why once they're found, as I say, this guy was 90 years old. It was something he committed in 1967. He had his footprint and his DNA, and he obviously wasn't on the database, and they got him, and he was 90 years old. Yeah, so you'll never. That's what he says. You'll never leave prison alive.
Yes, Miss Barbara, just like Genevieve was saying, they will do victim impact statements. They said that it could take all day. There's going
And
to
it
be.
was the way he was even saying that, Leanie. Do you think we need a whole day? It was just
So
like the
yeah,
way.
like I need to go out for a motorcycle ride.
Yeah. Is this gonna, do I need to schedule this? I thought, oh my God, can you make yourself look like
what are
you're
these?
devastated for these people?
Yeah, instead he was just sitting there, and when the judge was always
They were
putting
like
his head in his
twins. They both
hands.
had their hair cut, and they both look fucking emotionless. Sorry for swearing.
Yeah, no, like he's got his head in his hands, right? And I always thought he was just bored with the
Yeah, bored
bullshit
listening
that
to
the
them.
lawyers
Yeah,
were putting down. Oh no, that's how he was
obviously
bored
not.
with the whole damn
It's the whole
thing.
fucking case. Yeah, he
He
just
couldn't be
wants it over.
bothered.
He can't be. No. I thought it was disgusting. I really thought it was disgusting, and I hope something gets said about it, because that was awful. I went off him. I was messaging you with a cup on. I was fuming, saying all kinds about him. Gone right off him. Totally disrespectful.
Yeah, Mary Jane says evidence sit in file for years now. It's all digital. I think some of it's not though, like footprints and things that I think there's some things they have to hang on to, but most of it, yeah, I could see where it could just go to file. I need a drink. Girl, no.
I need to vodka. Oh.
Genevieve says, imagine Kohberger's car was spot. They said it was tore all apart, right?
Oh yeah.
He had taken seats out.
It was pristine. It was pristine.
Could you imagine him taking out every little nut and bolt?
He knew. That's what they said. He knew what to do. He knew. He was all prepared. He was all ready to go, and he still got caught. He's not that clever.
And so all you people out there saying, how did they not find any DNA in his car? He had 7 weeks to rip his car apart, people.
It was pristine when it was found. It was pristine.
Quit looking for loopholes for Brian Kohberger. He is an admitted. He's an admitted, confessed murderer.
Yeah. Some people just want to go the opposite of what you say. Some people are not happy till they do that. They like to ruffle. It's just how they are. Leave them to it, Leanie.
Listen, I think these are. I think these kinds of. Even though I'm not happy at all with the way that this went. I mean, I feel like the judge could have justified everything by making Brian speak more and actually tell what everything that. I mean, William needed to shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and Brian needed to be standing there taking accountability.
You don't have to stand, but thank you for
but
showing me respect.
but I think, yeah, show me oh, fuck you.
Oh no.
But I like these kind of confessions better than even a jury, because you could say, oh, the jury got it wrong. Well, how are you going to tell Brian Kohberger he got it wrong when it came out of his own fucking mouth? So fuck y'all that are saying that he's just saving his life. There's nothing more he can do. He had
no remorse.
more. He not only had a defense team, he had a prosecution team, and he had a judge that were all on his side.
No
so
remorse.
He's not admitting to nothing that isn't truth. The whole system worked for Brian Kohberger and did nothing for these families and nothing for these victims, and they should be ashamed.
I thought Hitler, Hitler was, I was quite shocked. I mean, because as I say, we don't see these trials in our country, but it was like he was really like, to me, bending over backwards, you sure, and it was like really pussyfooting around him, and that's how I felt. Oh, thank you, for showing respect, and you can sit down.
Oh my God.
I just said, you fucking stand up and you look that way at them people. As soon as he said he was guilty, I just said, right, you do me a favour and turn around and see if his face changed one iota.
Yeah, and face the families and say, I did it. Do you think we'll hear a sorry? Does anybody think we're going to hear an I'm sorry to the families? No. He had a whole fucking courtroom of officials, elected officials that worked for him, and they all knew all they were waiting on was for Ann to walk over and say, give me a deal. Oh, y'all, I don't know what to say anymore. I feel like I need to decompress. My father-in-law has surgery in the morning. You guys, please be in prayer. They're going through hell with him today because he's telling, Beefcake's been over there for 2 months. And today he's not allowed to eat. He's allowed to have water all the way up until midnight tonight. And he has dementia too. So he's telling his son, your mom's not feeding me. He has dementia. And because he's hungry, now he's, and that's, it's, we all know it's not true, right? But on a caregiver such as, Beefcake's mom, it breaks her heart that he literally, in the way his mind is now, thinks that she doesn't feed him. But it's all a part of the process of Alzheimer's. And anyways, he goes into surgery in the morning. So I will keep updated through that. Of course, I will keep up with Max, and probably I know for sure my YouTube mama, Miss Barbara, she sits up with me at nighttime when I need help. And so there will be people out there if you need to get in touch. But just remember, no news is really good
If you
news.
needed me anytime, you can phone me nice all day. Doesn't matter if it's you just phone me. If you need me,
Well,
ring
Miss
me.
Barbara and I kind of have the same timeline for our stupid sleeping stuff. So she always seems to be awake when I need to talk. But anyways, just remember, no news is good news. If you don't hear from me all day tomorrow, that means everything's fabulous, because I guarantee if something's going wrong, I'm getting in touch. There are people that I get in touch with, and they will let you guys know. I promise you that. So no news is good news. And yeah, so I need to decompress. I need to do some cleaning in my house, because I don't know when I'll be able to come back to my house. hopefully tomorrow night he's resting easy and Beefcake can come home with me. And we can have monkey sex. Because I've made him wait like the last 4 weeks, I guess, to have
Waiting
monkey
longer
sex.
now with
And
this
if
depression.
you guys don't understand the monkey sex thing, it's it's that type. We'll talk about it at Leanie After Dark. I'll for all the newbies around here.
Oh yeah, you need to hear this monkey sex. I've never
Yeah,
heard of
monkey
such a
sex
thing.
is a real thing in Beefcake's bedroom. It's I have to take pain medicine to get through it. But anyways, I mean, we do everything but the baby oil in there because we like.
Barbara, have you got my messenger? Get my messenger.
Rizzo, can you guys all try to find Barbara on Messenger? Because Barbara hasn't seen a picture of the baby, and so I meant to tell you that, and she wants to see the baby. Why no food all day? Usually it's midnight because he's having a mass taken out of his colon, so he's going through the colon cleansing today, so he can't add any more food to it.
Guys, can I just say this? I'm sorry for being like a stuck record. Discord. Have you got your Discord yet? If you have, can you add according to Leanie? You'll see the picture, which according to Leanie on it. So if you go out and you send her a friend request, hopefully, obviously she's only going to add people she knows from here, because otherwise you'll have all and sundry coming in, and it's not what we want. So it'd be great if you're in your YouTube name, because then we'll know who you are, because it'll either be me or Leanie that's approving the ad. So if you do a friend request for it, forgot to add Discord, I'm in 13. Oh, listen, Jamie, I'm in 2 and I don't know where I am. No, you don't have to download it, Barbara, but I find it's easier if you're doing it on your phone, an app. It's so easy. I just go there and I'm automatically in there. You don't have to sign in every time. You just automatically go there. I'm still learning, and listen, when you go into Leanie's, according to Leanie, right, I have done the settings. Now, I was just guessing on some of them. So I don't know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to. I haven't got a clue. I'll just have to figure that out when we're all in there. If someone can't speak or someone can't hear or whatever, it'll all be down to me. It won't be down to Leanie, because she's worse than me. So I've done it. So
I'm worse than Maggie in every sense of the word.
I just send her a password and say, "There's your password," and that's
Yes.
it. And then she forgets that. She goes, "Maggie, you sent me that
Maggie?
ages ago." And I say, "Well, I'm saying, you know what do you want me to do?" And she goes, so today I just went, right, there's your Discord, right? I said, I just need you to go in and just to make sure that you're able to do everything. Because rather than get you the passwords, I'm just sending you that. I've made you admin in your own group.
Okay, so
there
what
you go.
needs to happen? If you don't have Discord, you do have to download it. You have to download it into your phone. After that, you're going to look for according to Leanie. If you could just add me as a friend, then because
you'll have to approve it, obviously, to make sure. And if you've got your own name, that'll be brilliant, because we know who you are. Or send I don't know if you can send a message with your ad request. If you can, tell us who you are, because obviously, just want everyone in there. And then once everyone has got her Discord, then I can go in and do one I think it's like, what you call it, event or something, send it out, and all of you see it at once, I believe.
Yeah, we will do an invite.
Yeah, it's a lot. To say tonight live, whatever, at 8 p.m. It just goes out to everyone. You'll all see it, rather than run round sending links, because it's too hard for us to do. So we haven't got everyone's, messengers or emails, or it's just easier for Leanie to say, okay, look for me. And if you just send her a friend request, and if you can, say who you are on YouTube, and then either me or Leanie will add you. And then at least you're there. You know where you go, and you can add it. It's there, and when we go live, you'll know about it. So,
And
I
if
mean,
you
when
don't
did
know
you
where
say you're
you're
planning?
going, and if you don't know where you're going, I'll be happy to tell you where to go.
Yeah, don't ask Leanie. Please do not ask Leanie any questions about what you do in Discord, how you do it in Discord, or anything to do with Discord. Leanie's just going to speak, and that's the end of it. She can accept the link and get out of there. She can get in and out, and that's it. That's all she needs to
Oh,
know.
Lizzo
So
says, I
you know
didn't
when you
think
go.
they could search for you. Thought you had to send them the link. I
No, it
don't know.
says on one of the settings, which you're gonna laugh now because I didn't know what to do. I thought, just that making it open. It says, do you want to be searchable throughout the app? And I didn't click it. So I thought, click it. So I thought, well, maybe if I just say, go and look for according to, so if anyone's got Discord right now, apart from you, Liz, because you're on it already, can you just go and do a search for according to Leanie and tell me what happens,
That'd be
please?
great.
And then we'll know, won't we? I trust you all enough to share that story. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you, Nikki, we'll let you come up and discuss that at some point. Usually we have a Thursday live
It's
on
according to
Kohberger as
Leanie.
well. Usually we have a live on Thursday for Kohberger as well, but since I'll be at the hospital all day, I won't be able to do it. And I definitely want to hear your story with that. So maybe we can make it for next week on Wednesday.
I'll take that over to Discord if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And then it's more private for her. There'll only
Yeah.
be the people from here. And obviously as well, we won't know if the members want to go over to Discord unless it's your real name, and then we can work that out. And I can give you the sticker with a member's colour. How about that? So I know who's who, I know who the moderators are, who the members are. That'd be great. The username is according to Leanie. It's exactly the same.
April says she tried to look on Discord with no results.
Ah. Let me see if I can show you the picture there. Just give me a minute. I'll have to mute this because we'll get feedback.
See what MJD says. MJD, did you get it? Oh, okay. I can't find you on Discord either. Think you need to send the link. Okay. Jamie's trying to add as a friend. Sorry, I'm walking around outside. My phone died. Genevieve, bye, Leanie, Maggie, and chat. All the best wishes for your father-in-law, Leanie. I don't understand anything about Discord. I'll just have to get you here. Genevieve, I don't either. I'm following blindly. But thank you for coming in. I hope to see you soon. MJ says, I typed according to Leanie with and without spaces. I think I might need the correct way to spell your username. Well, I don't know what it is. Maggie's I didn't have nothing to do with that. Y'all don't know what I'm doing. Listen, all I am is a DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ. I've never added someone this way. I just don't know how it works. Okay. It's a link for us to join. Oh, I still don't know. I don't know. I'm confused too, Rizzo. But you're supposed to know Discord. You and Maggie were trying to work through it. No rush. I just want to watch something and be able to comment live. Yeah, that'll be awesome. I mod, so I always drop the link in chat. You're hunting for it. Thank you so much. I gotta head out. Hope you have a great day. Love you, Rizzo. I don't know about y'all, but I feel drained. Do y'all feel drained? Like that was just, it's already been such a freaking emotional day. I don't know if you guys get that way, but when I get like overly emotional, I struggle. I get real tired. It's like kind of having an anxiety attack, right? You just feel like you've ran 15,000 miles and then you crash. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm going to crash. Mary Jane says she's watched stuff in Morbids before. It's cool, private. Maggie's bouncing around backstage. You guys, she'll be right in. So when you download Discord, it will give you an HTTP link. Oh, well, Maggie will be right on up here and she will be able to follow those directions. I'm not a direction follower.
How's that?
How's what?
I've sent it on the screen on the chat.
Oh, well, there you go, you guys.
Have a look at that.
Try that.
See what happens. And see what happens there. Obviously, the link is going to expire because we're not doing anything. So it's just so you know what it looks like and if you can send an ad. No need to censor. So we can F and blind MJD. Ooh.
Well, it's because you have to always invite somebody and oh, no need to censor because it's a private thing. Yeah, I barely censor here. I only censor when I'm typing in chat. Everything else gets said on the panel.
Listen.
I'm not trying to hide my crazy.
Want you to see this. Hold on. What do you reckon? On this, Lee. Oh, you messing? Hold on.
I'm not messing.
Oh, I can't do a thing right in my life. Hold on.
Well, we don't have pages yet, MJ. I think I've been in it twice to try to figure stuff out. I know Maggie, Lunchy, and
I'm in and out of it all the time, and I'm still.
And Rizzo are all trying to still work with that channel to try to get it all figured out as well. So, message failed to load, no permissions to type. I don't know, Jamie, because Lolly got in, MJD got in, Nikki got in. I don't know.
Let me see. Have you started? Have you tried to add it? You sent a friend request.
Did any of you that have already gotten it? Did you guys send a friend request?
Well, I'm looking at it now and I can't see any friend requests.
Oh, you didn't get in it, Nikki. Okay. Thanks for the link. I just downloaded it. All right, Miss Barbara. Send a friend, go to that link and then send a friend request. It says you have to create a thread. Oh, well, they're gonna have to figure that out. Because
Okay,
I got nothing.
Give me their name in Discord and let me try to see.
MJ said she accepted the invite.
Okay, well, let me see if you're there. Okay, hold on. No, I'm
Well,
not seeing anything like that.
how do you
I'm just seeing for meeting invites.
how do you
Shared invites,
create a
copy link.
thread? You know what? We're gonna have to YouTube it.
Oh, do you know what? You know, when we're going live, guys, it's going to be about 3 years because we haven't got a clue. And then when we get a clue and we do it, we forget. Well, I do.
I think what we'll do, because we need to get together with Lunchy and get her
She's
figured.
wasting us. She's the same. We're all
No,
trying to work
but
things out.
Lunchy needs some passwords, and we got to get together with Lunchy about that. And I know
It's not
she
with
had
a password.
She needs the StreamYard password, and she needs our email, the according to
Oh, I thought you meant, I
password.
was going to say, there's no passwords on this. I've just, oh,
No, I
don't even
forgot
know
she had told
StreamYard
me that.
passwords because you remember the trouble we had when Beefcake and Alec had to do it.
Oh, I know. I think I've got passwords, so I just need her on the other
You've got
end
to
of
be
the
careful
screen.
because it knocks it all off.
Yeah, because it'll show up in your country or my country and my state, and she'll have it in her
And
state.
then I won't get in, and I'm
And
like,
then-
what the hell's going on? And then we've got to wait for Beefcake and Alec then.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going
Well,
on
if she
here,
just, like with me, I don't put the password in every time. I've saved it on my desktop, so I just click it. I never get out of it because I'm screwed if I do.
Right, I'm on Discord now and I'm talking. Can anyone see me? Let the group know you are here. What group? Hang on. And it says invite to the top all. I'm on Leanie's now. Okay, so let me see. I've got no one there to add, only the ones we've got already, which is Liz, Melly, Joe, Lulu. And I haven't even got Lunchy or JB in here because obviously I've made it. Let me see. Add people. Can someone write the name as it is on Discord there? And let me see if I can go and add you or friend request you, whatever it works out.
Jamie says, I'm a member, it says, but nowhere to go. No main chat.
Well, I'm on there
Lolly
now,
says,
Jamie.
if you want to chat, you need to create a thread to type. So Jamie is Jamie's Cowboys, just like her name here.
Okay.
The
So if it's
Wandering
same
Orphan.
name, okay. Hang on. Jamie's Cowboys. Lizzo's there. That's just. Oh, we are. Jamie's
Oh, we
Cowboys
are?
is a football shirt. Oh, Jamie, I'm in. You're moving all around. Oh, is us all moving everywhere. Hang on. So what do I do now? Do I add friend? Okay, I'm adding your friends. I'm adding you.
Why don't you create a thread? Create a thread. In other words,
I can't even create
live.
a friend yet. I'm waiting. She's
This
selfish.
is where you meet.
Why don't you,
Do
you create a thread?
I don't. Well, that's what Lolly is saying. We got to create a thread. There's a thread
But I'm
button.
adding friends first.
So-
Oh, you're not going to believe it. Okay.
This
so
is
do
what
you
I
know
go
what's
through.
happened? It says members. Listen. April,
shit.
Joni, Lolly, Mary Jane Tower. We've got them all.
Oh my God. Is that on the According to Leanie one?
Yes, it's all,
All right.
come through. 'Cause
We
you're
got to
so
help
daft.
Miss Barbara get there.
Okay, so therefore, Miss Barbara, I'm going to send you are you on Discord now? Tell me what your name is. Is it exactly as you are on here?
So Lizzo should be in there typing right now. Can you guys see Lizzo typing?
No. No, you're in Leanie, aren't you?
Come over to According to Leanie.
You've got a Leanie one. Right, listen to me, Lee. You've got a Leanie one. Showing that picture of you like a detective. It's not that one. I had to make a new one for just According to Leanie for your YouTube people, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you're going in and you're seeing According to Leanie on the left-hand side down the little you know.
I'm not
down
looking,
the-
Maggie. I'll figure it out later. I'm
Oh, okay.
overstimulated.
It won't let me forget about the threads. Forget about the threads. A minute. So let me see who I've got in here. The Wandering Orphan, Mary Jane Doe, Lizzo, Joni, Hope's Echoes, Heavenly Blue, April, Jamie's Cowboys, JB, Lolly, me. I'm Maggie 33, by the way. But I'll be doing it on there because I'll be just doing exactly on there what I'm doing here. Do you see me? Oh, I see you, April. You're at the top. You're at the top, April. Got you. Oh, I've lost the page. I've lost the page, guys. How do I get back? Oh, I was doing so well. Hang on. Oh, I don't believe that. I've come off the page. What? Does it do that?
Hit the back button.
Human. Yeah, announcements. Oh, God. Holy Mother of God, help me. So one message it says, I've got Jamie's Cowboys flashing up. Yeah. So I've got friends requests. Let's see. One friend request. Lolly, I've ticked you. You're in. Jamie's Cowboys. Now I've got nothing to click you, but it looks like you're in. You're in anyway.
Hope's Echo. She said she went to General and said hi.
Hold on, go on a minute. Well, she was in the list of members, so
okay.
She was already there. So let me just see this. Gordon Salini. Oh God. Channel settings. Yeah, well, talk me through the channel settings. Invites. Let's see the invites. According to Laney. Yeah, that's right. Oh, do you know I had the exact page? No, I downloaded it. However, I can't find it now. Just supposed to show up on my thing or up my other app. Just scroll your screen up, Barbara. Scroll your screen up, and then you will see the little Discord icon. Click on there. I think it's a chat, a chat place, Joni, I think. So if you go on your phone, Barbara, you see your screen. Is yours a touch fit? Is yours a screen phone, whatever you swipe with your finger? If it is, just swipe the screen up and you'll see all your apps come up. And you should see, excuse me, you should see Discord. Can you imagine anyone looking at this thinking they're going to get Discord help? And they're going to be, they'll say, oh, we found a thread, they're all talking about Discord. We'll follow them. Oh, God help them. The TM, you sent me a friend request, only you can see that, but the thread you're stuck on. Oh. Hope's Echoes, I'm in Hope's Echo, but nowhere to go. Just give me a minute to do these invites and to find the members page again, because I've lost it. Lost it, guys. Oh. Now I'm scrolling up now, and I'm clicking on the Discord, and now I'm going on according to Laney. Lolly and Pops has just popped up at the top, and it says, wave to Lolly and Pops, and you're typing. Can you see me waving, lol? There I go. Cutting your name down, lol. Let's go.
Sean, if you scroll up, the link is up in chat.
Still don't see anything in Discord. Okay, so at least you've got it. At least you're able to converse. Okay, we'll take it from there. So as long as you're there and we know where you are, We'll come and get you when we're doing a live, or you'll automatically see, won't you? If you put the what is it called, notification on. I think I'm registered. I need registering. Maggie, can you send me an invite too on Discord, please? Sean, give us a minute. April, I crack myself up. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Sean. What's your name? Yeah, there is an according to Leanie. Just hang on. Me and you, I don't see anyone. I could say Maggie, but I don't know what's happening. Oh, everyone doesn't know what's happening. There is according to Leanie Discord. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Lizzo. I made, because the one with just Leanie on, I thought that might be confusing. I'll just get according to Leanie like the YouTube. So I made a whole new one. Yeah, just accept the invite, Joni, and just sit there now and wait for about 4 weeks. Let me get out of that talking. Right, more options. Here we go. Leanie, hope you're cleaning up while this is going on.
No, I'm trying to. I'm looking at Discord too. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I have no.
You know your little according to Leanie.
Yes.
Keep your finger pressed on it.
Oh, press on it.
Press on
Okay.
it, like long press on it, and tell me what comes up when you do that. 3 things will come up. Tell me
It
what it says.
says Leanie's love bug server. Mark is
Yeah.
red. Notification and more options.
Yeah, so if you go with more options, it gives you more options. So see what you want to do.
All right. So boost, invite.
So go and talk. Go and talk. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure
And
out
go
how to
into
talk.
members. Go into members. And they should all be able to. Will all the members be able to see Leanie if she goes on and talks? We shouldn't be allowed to do this, you know. My son's just go, oh, we are members. I'm on it. Oh, I'm gone. Okay, so Sean, is yours exactly as it is now? Sean Ellis. It won't let me create a thread. That might be my fault, Lizzo, because I didn't know what I was clicking on. Hang on, let me source it. Where do I go? All right, invites. Let me see if I can go in here. Oh, we are. I can invite you. So if you just hold up. Where have I go?
Do you guys see that?
I don't know where I am. There's all things popping up at the top of the screen, and I don't know what's going on. Oh God. All gone quiet because we're all doing this.
Are you on according to Leanie or are you on Maggie?
Yeah, I'm on according to Leanie.
Okay.
But when I type to someone, I'm going to show up as Maggie. I imagine. But now I'm in the members list, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people in there. So at the minute, you've got 3 moderators, and they're shown in the green circle. You've got admin and a co-host, which is me, shown in red. I just need to do members now. I can see Lunchy is popping up by the minute at the top of the screen, but I'm just trying to find how I do this invite and oh, hang on. Invites. See, when I invite, it just goes and shows us. Don't get that. Oh, I need to go with. I must have done something wrong with the settings if you can't talk. All I'm saying is it won't let me create a thread. So we do it. Bear with me if I don't speak. Right, Sean, yours is not coming up. I have searched for you and it's saying that didn't work. Check the username is correct.
Hope's Echo, I do not see you listed on here. Let me repeat one more time who all is in this, who all is in now. The Wandering Orphan, Lunch Lady, Melly Joe, Mary Jane Doe, Maggie, Lolly and Pops, Lizzo, Joni, J. Brad, Jamie's Cowboys. Wait, Hope's Echo, you are there now. Heavenly Blue and April. All right, so those are the ones that are there now.
Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is welcome to According to Lenny YouTube. Oh, God. Now, why has it got there According to Lenny YouTube? I don't remember putting that today. Channel permissions. Private channel, no. Basic advanced. Nope. Notifications. Notifications, all messages, only messages. Oh, God help me, I don't know what I'm doing. This is so hard, isn't it? According to Lenny subs chat here, start events. Yeah, let me start an event.
I created that
Did
one
you
right
do that?
there. Yeah, so go ahead and go on that one and start inviting people from there.
Lenny subs chat here, start events.
Yep.
Inactive channel. It seems you've joined in an active channel. You cannot speak on the. Oh, what's it mean in an active channel? I'm trying to activate it.
I activated a texting channel.
Okay, can people add me? I'm Maggie. Let me find out. So Maggie 33, I think it is. Oh God. Share invites.
Okay, wait. So now you and I, Maggie, are both there.
We're both here now. Now you are in Lenny. You're not in According to Lenny because I can tell by your picture.
Oh, fuck me. Then I did it on the wrong one.
Oh, fuck me. You did.
I went to According to Lenny.
Well, then we need to delete it all and start again because I don't know what I've done. Right, Jamie's Cowboys, she can hear it. She can hear it. Oh, God. And now I can't fucking use this place. Oh, that's me saying that. Now, I'm still seeing no change in the cervix. And this is the conversation I had with Lunchy about her daughter. Now, yeah, now she's in here. Lunchy, you there? Why isn't there no voice? Oh, it's me. Can you hear me? You do not have permission to speak on this channel. I don't know what I've done, guys. Listen, I think we need to delete According to Lenny and you can all just have me. It won't matter. We only ever talk to you anyway. So we need to come out. We need to come out of here. Okay, and we can go to Lenny's. Leanie's the one with the picture of a detective. Okay, Robin, if you can hear me on YouTube, I've come out of there. Let me voice channel. Let me go in voice channel. Let me go live. Let me invite. So okay, Jamie's Cowboy is your there on mine. Lolly and Pop's your there on mine. I won't click. I'll click Melly Joe. I don't know why I've got you two stuck together. You must have saw such a group and you're shown together. If anyone knows how to share the link for me, I know it won't let me speak.
Okay, let me explain why. Let me explain why. Because when I created it, it's not a speaking, it is a chat. So type in the chat.
I haven't got it. All I've got is voice and text.
Text. Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Hit the text.
Oh, God. So I'm in accordance to Leanie again now.
So if you go to text, you can see where everybody, J Brad is here. I like this. Can't fucking use this place. Okay, so that's, can you see it?
I can just see you as your detective.
No,
that
I'm
right?
over in the according to Leanie one.
Right, so I can see the chat. I'm here, I've said. Can anyone see me? Can anyone see me? Can you see me, Lee? She said, oh my God, lol. So Jamie's over on my server because she's just popped up.
Okay, I jumped over to your server. I can see Jamie there.
Okay, this one can add everyone to lunch, she says. So this is your one, Leanie, she's saying that too. Can we change this to voice at all? We don't want to be chatting. We want to be voicing it, don't we?
Yeah, well, when you create, go to, let me see, hold on. You guys, there's a lot of stuff on this chat, though. Just saying.
And I'd rather speak than do chats. I'm up the wall with them. Right, I'm going to Maggie's server now. Create channel, create category. Well, I thought this is a channel. Oh, we are. Text and voice. Hang out together and voice and screen. Okay, so this is saying voice. So, oh no, it's saying new channel. Now I can see you in there with Lunchy and it's saying to me to join. But can you change that?
I think you're just gonna, I don't know if you can change it, but I think you're gonna have to just do a whole new thread.
Oh, we are. It says join voice. And it's saying you've gone to an inactive channel. You can't do it.
So you need to just create a whole new thread on yours and do it in voice.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I think we do have different, I think we have according to Leanie together, and then we have our separate Discord names too.
But we didn't know what we were doing first. I've already deleted 2 because I didn't know what I was doing. Change audio output. Let's see what that means. Oh no, that's just phone or speaker.
Honey, you're gonna have to create another thread.
I don't know how to get
another. So
voice settings.
Okay, go to home on yours. Go back to home.
I'm gone. Let me go back. On
yours.
Leanie.
Okay, go
I've
to
got one on mine. We've all chatted on mine.
All right, so go to according to Leanie.
Yeah.
All right. Now up at the top, it's gonna show you see in the middle it says
No, Lee, on this, when I click on that, it says, welcome to According to Leanie YouTube. And I can see you and Lunchy chatting.
yeah, it's because
This is
so
what I mean. It's only a text one. We need to do a new one.
Listen, big girl, I'm telling you how to do it.
Come on.
Time is it? Let's see.
Right, so I've just seen there, create threads. Is that any good?
Yes, that's what you do. Create the thread,
Okay.
and then it should take
Thread
you to
name.
yeah, just put anything in there, chat here or talk here,
Or According to Leanie now.
and then hit next.
Hang on.
I appreciate everybody trying to make one, but we need to get this worked out because I will be live streaming that. We need to figure it out on According to Leanie because I need to live stream from According to Leanie the docu-series that's coming up. All right, did you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a new one there with voice?
No.
Okay.
Let me go back where I found that. I clicked on there, seeing threads. Let me see in settings. Channel permissions, notification settings, pins, integrations, channel. Oh. No, I think we've got to either, I'm sure you've got to make one with either a voice one or a text one by the looks of it.
All right. Do you see that?
I've got to go to the threads to see it. Chatterbox, can you see me in Chatterbox? In the threads? It's called Chatterboxes. I've said hi and I've posted a picture of Kohberger. It's too much going on and I haven't got a clue where I am. And you know yours, you know when you see the list of all the ones.
Hold on. Do you see
on
where it
your one,
says?
it's got a volume avatar thingy, little picture.
Do you guys see where it says here, please? Maggie, you're already in there. It says starting soon. One interested.
Right, can anybody hear me? I'm showing us that I'm talking now because it's going green when I'm speaking. Adds people to the voice chat. I haven't got hardly anyone here. So I'm thinking, but it says invite friends to Leanie's server. Not saying according to. Oh. I give up. Leah, draw the start again.
Yeah, let's I
Having
think
a
we're
bit
just
more
gonna
knowledge now because I think
yeah.
if we delete it all and if I delete the according to Leanie, guys, just to delete the according to Leanie one you've just added, please. I will make a whole new one in voice. Because when we were on the voice one, Lee, do you remember we could still type and speak to each other?
Yeah.
So she'll just do that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Listen, I am overdone. I'm overdone.
No, go on. I'm going to have to get off and walk Jessie because she hasn't been out the entire day. So I'm going to take her out for half an hour. And then I'll do
Okay.
that tomorrow. I'll get on with that tomorrow. So if everyone just deletes that because it's not going to be here after in the morning when I source it all. And just to let you know, I won't be on Discord only when we're all on it. If you get me, it's not a place that I come to. I'm only using it for Leanie. Do you get what I mean? So if you send me messages and you think, why isn't Maggie answering? It's because I don't go on there. But yeah, so I'm going to delete this chatterbox and according to Leanie because it's just, I just don't understand it. So if you don't mind, I'll do that, Lee. You get off and go and sort yourself. And
Okay.
guys, thanks very much for bearing with me. And I really haven't got a clue. I'm sorry. But hopefully, if I make a new one for Leanie, it'll be the same picture. It'll be the very same picture. And I know now you can't even find where to delete. I deleted the other two today. You should have seen how long it took me because I couldn't find out to delete saver. I've seen it, but I don't know how to get there. So thanks
Thank
very
you,
much.
April.
Thanks, Leanie. I'm going to let you go, love, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, Lee. Have a
Okay.
good night.
All right.
Sorry
I
that
love
we're all
you.
down in the dumps after this. Love you, Lee.
Love you.
Surely it can't get any worse. Good night, everyone. Have a good day wherever you are. See you all soon. Bye, love.
Maggie, make sure you accept anybody who has asked you to be their friend on your side, on your Maggie one, not the
On
according to
Maggie
Leanie
one.
one.
Yeah, I will. I will. If anyone comes through to mine and I say I'll accept you, I promise I will. Okay.
Yeah, Maggie's is Maggie 33 if you want to look for that. And
Yeah, and
just
it's just a picture.
friend,
It's my icon.
yeah, join Maggie's and then it'll be easy for us to switch that over to the new according to Leanie
I
one.
think
We're
if
gonna get
it's the
accepted.
picture you'll see is I've got a crown on. Until I
Yeah.
go in the chat and talk, it's just what you can see on the screen now.
Yeah.
Okay. Speak to you all soon. Good night and God bless. Have a good day wherever you are. Love you. Love you, Lee. Bye, girl.
Love you.
Bye bye.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry. I'm out of sorts and I'm just drained. I totally overstimulated myself. Fucking Kohberger today. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, Maggie's is Maggie33 on Discord. However that works, whether you friend somebody or you jump in their Discord, I don't know how it works. Maggie has been the one setting this up. But we will get it figured out. I promise you we will. And then we'll all get on there for sure. Anyways, I'm so tired and drained, y'all. I just am. I think I need a good nap. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much. We will be setting the live for the next court hearing. You guys don't forget the victims. Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, Xana. They're really what matters. Kohberger doesn't matter anymore. He's a cold-blooded, confessed, he is not a convicted, or jury found guilty murderer. He is a self-confessed murderer. That holds more weight than a jury than it coming out of other people's mouths. That yes, and yes, sir, came straight out of his mouth. He is a cold-blooded, self-confessed murderer. So let's remember the victims today. Let's remember the families who I cannot imagine are going through hell. And we're gonna see it to the end. That's just the way I am. I don't start anything without finishing it. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate the mods. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you to those that hung out even in the naked bushes and didn't say a word to us. I even appreciate you. Big hugs, big thanks to the channel members that help us pay the bills around here so we can continue to go live. Thank you to Swede for the cash thing that he sent. I'm sorry, my brain is fried. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you around here next time. Remember, no news is good news. If you don't hear from me, I'm okay. I really am. But somebody will let you know something, or I will let you know something. All right. Love you guys so much. Be good or be good at it. If you can't be good at it, you know what to do. Get some cameras rolling and send me some video because I need some content. Love you so much. See you next time. Bye.